replay viewers. Just ventured out while the sun's sort of trying to shine. It's that time of the year when the weather's all over the place. There's a bit of rain and sun in the same time, the same day. I'm not sure how far my scope will be going for. Just depends if anybody comes on. I'll just start in my local park. I've got 2 local parks, and then might have a little bit of taking a bit of the canal to the next park. Who's that? Hello, Tilly. Just on a new network. Just retracing my steps of all the scopes I've done before with this new network. I think it's better now. Quality should be better. I'm doing them all in widescreen. If you make sure you follow me on YouTube. I put all I save all the recordings in HD. Put them on YouTube. You see everything. Who's that? Hello, deflection. Welcome to me improved scopes. The quality should be better, widescreen, and then I'm saving them in HD and putting them on my YouTube. So if you want to enjoy them on your big screen or in a clearer picture, just in the process of revisiting all my usual scope places on this new network. I've got 30 days to try it. It's been okay up to here. I've done a few walks. I did an hour and 20 minute scope 2 days ago, and it was perfectly fine, no glitches at all. But might be a little bit more shaky because I'm in widescreen now. So you've got to have all the sort of the negatives and the positives. But, I've got all the auto stabilize on, so I'm not on a gimbal, which you would have think I'm on a gimbal, how smooth they've been. But that's just the software in the iPhone. But I will invest in a gimbal eventually when I settle on what network I'm going to do. This is just my little local park, just near to where I live. This one's called Northwood Park. Just a little area of Stoke-on-Trent. This is just a little park. I was just trying to do about an hour scope, so I'm just taking in a few places. I'm all geared up. I've got some bird food and squirrel food. So I'm just trying to do about an hour scope, so be about an hour at the most. Get me exercise in. I say until I do the scope, I won't know how long it's going to take. Yesterday should have been an hour, and it was an hour and 20 minutes. Just check your comments in a moment. Just got the sun on my screen. This is my Victorian Park. So where you see me feeding the birds, that used to be a coal mine that's been made into a park. But this is the proper Victorian Park. And then what we'll do is just come for have a look at the autumn colours. Thanks for the heart. And then we'll just make our way. We'll just have a few roads to negotiate. And then what I think I'll do is, I say the other park is about half a mile away. So I'll just go from this park now to the to where I can get on the canal, and then we'll be able to have about a quarter of an hour a bit of a canal scope, you know. There'll be no boats, I don't think, but it's just where I live, it's convenient. You can see I'm surrounded by countryside. You see it all over there. See, I'm like near to the Peak District. I think that's like all Buxton and the Peak District over that way. Yeah, we're lucky this town where we are because it's. Oh, I haven't shown you the statue. This is when they used to have a Victorian drinking fountain, and then they moved the statue to this park as a permanent place to keep it now. It looks like 1859. When they used to have a drinking fountain in the town centre, it was moved from that town centre to the park. Put on a plinth there. Just keep your eye out for squirrels. Just got a bit of duck and swan food. And so there's not much to this park anyway. It's very small. Just cut through, just to avoid the traffic. Just cut through to avoid the traffic and see if we can see. It's just like only 10 minutes just walking through this park. But I don't want to keep restarting the scope, so I'll just keep it running. If people want to join me. Helicopter's coming. Here, helicopter. Here we go. Helicopter time. There you go. Where's it gone? I think that's the air ambulance, I think. Yeah, this is like, say, it's just surrounded by houses, as you can see. It's just, this is the area of Stoke called Northwood. It's just like a park surrounded by houses all the way around. You can see there's just rows of houses all the way around. That's it for the park now. It's a very small park. It's only, your scope will only be 5 minutes long. You see some more countryside over there. That's where we get TV pictures from. If you've got like an aerial, you can see all the roofs have. That's just, excuse me, just getting used to this. Just check your comments before I leave the park. Yeah, we'll just have about 10 minutes just away from nice things. I'll try and avoid the traffic if I can. We'll just make our way down to the where we get onto the canal, and then that'll lead us to Hanley Park. And then you can see a nice my other local park. No point in trying to avoid anything to film any roadworks or anything. It's just weird with the comments scroll up quicker in widescreen as well. Let me just see if I've missed anything. Yeah, hello Deflection, hello Randa. What town you in? This is this is Hanley. I'm in Hanley. Stoke-on-Trent is my area, which is a group of 5 towns called Stoke-on-Trent, and it's Tunstall, Burslem, Hanley, Fenton and Longton, which you see me scoping in Longton Park. And each town, each little place has got its own park. So I've got Tunstall Park and Hanley Park and Longton Park and Fenton Park. And I'm just going to Hanley Park. That where we just were, that was Northwood Park, which is another little park. But I have to excuse the wind, as I'm on the. I've got my phone and a gimbal now, so I can't. I'll try to shield the wind the best I can. Wherever the microphone is. I'm just getting like a little tripod. It's difficult to hold it in widescreen for a long time, so we'll just have to cross the main road, and then I'll see if you've got any more. If you've got any more questions, I'll just walk in there. I'll just walk down this way. It obviously can't be helped. Everything I'm trying to show you is right next door to each other, but we've just got across one busy road, and then we'll be on the peacefulness of the canal and probably away from this gusty wind, because that's why we've got a lot of wind you can hear now, because we're a city that's on the top of a bank, you see. So we always get a lot of wind. Just building some new houses. That's the way to the town centre down there. I'll just get around this corner where it's quiet, and then we'll new housing estate coming. Some new houses being built on here. See, basically, if you think of places like Birmingham, Manchester, we have a lot of we have a lot of sort of terraced houses, they're called, just rows and rows of houses joined together. They're starting to regenerate. They're starting to regenerate the area and knock a lot of the old houses down and build all these other modern ones now. What you just call modern houses. But as we go down this street, you'll see what houses used to be here before they knocked them all down. It's a very industrial area like Stoke. We used to have a lot of terraced houses. You'll see some down here, but say this area here, knocked lots of them down, lots of the old houses down. I thought I'd go a different way to the canal, then there's something to talk about. Just about 10 minutes away, then we'll be on the canal, and then we'll go to Hanley Park, see what's going on. It's just so surreal in the UK at the moment. They just call it lockdown, but everything just feels normal. It's an old Victorian school. It's abandoned. Dirt, full of pigeons. Let me just check your comments. It's they whiz past when you're in widescreen. Just thought I'd come a different way to the canal. I say I normally just show you. The scope will only be 5 minutes if I just scope the park or just the canal. So I'll just keep it running and just check it for future reference. Because normally on a Sunday I go to the local market in Carboot. But that's been cancelled for the rest of this month, so you'll get a lot of wind noise around here because you see we're surrounded by hills. That's where we get our TV pictures from over there. That's Fenton transmitter there in the distance. It's just hard to pinch the I say you see these are all the terraced houses, them are the old houses here. This is a street full of the old terraced houses. There used to be thousands of them, but they knock some of them down and then build these new estates. Just try and get away from the noisy roads. It's a bit better now. It is quite windy today, I hope you can hear me. Get a little bit of a twist on the I know you always have wind down here, so just show you those hills in the distance. Thanks for the super hearts, everybody. Sorry I missed your comments. I've just got the sun on my screen. I've only done 3 scopes in widescreen, so I'm just getting used to a new way of doing it. I've done over 200 scopes in portrait, and I've got a good network now, so I'll make the effort to put them in widescreen. And on the app, I've worked out how to save them in HD, so I upload them to. That's a typical British estate. I'll upload them to YouTube, so if you follow me on YouTube, you can enjoy them in HD and on your big telly if you've got Chromecast or anything. Because I have a few family members who'd like to watch some of the videos I do and put them on YouTube for them to watch. It's really useful to show people things. I thought a one-off, I'll just take it all down to where the canal is instead of just starting to the canal, build a bit of an audience before I get there. So trying to find you the nice bits. I haven't been down here before, so where does this road come out? This is, I'm just thinking how to get onto the canal. I think there's a bridge around this corner. It helps if I plan my route, but my scopes are normally spontaneous, so definitely let me know how the wind noise is. We should be out in the wind in a few minutes. Let's just check comments. Oh, 21 comments, cracking. Yeah, I say some more houses are coming on here. So we're one of those, it's hard to explain, obviously, if you're not a British viewer. This is what we get now, you've got a lot of old houses, and they're all getting knocked down. All these new modern ones are being built, estates of modern houses. Trying to show you the interesting things, and not obviously try and show you much traffic. And if you just bear with me, we'll be on the picturesque canal in a minute. So I'll go a different way. See what we can find. I think the canal, we won't see anybody travelling on canal boats, I don't think. Could put my finger over there. Yeah, there's a link in my bio to me YouTube, and there's lots of content on there. If you like the group Queen, there's a lot of Queen content on there. And then I started to upload a lot of me periscope videos now. I've done over 200 and didn't realise how to save them. But, the quality's amazing on them. I did one yesterday and it's all in HD. Right, let me just check the comments. Oh, so I usually have nobody watching. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I'll just check them in a second when I just get off this road. They just flashed by so quick. There we go. We've arrived at the canal. I live on the canal network, you see, so there's a canal over there. We'll just make our way to Hanley Park now. Should be about 10 minutes. I'll be in the other park. Let's go down this way. It's always nice to see some canal boats, but I'm not sure what the season is. Right, we're here. Just give me feedback, hopefully, over my scopes. This is my third network I'm trying now, right around the canal. And we've got some ducks. Let me get me bird food out. And I'll read your comments. Sorry if I've missed any. I'm not ignoring them. I've just got my hands full with some things I'm trying to do. I've got a satchel with all my stuff in. Let's feed the ducks while we're here, and then I'll check your comments when I've just fed the ducks. I know people just probably have one thing about the scopes. I'll have about 10 things, and it's come on ducks, come on, eat the food. What are you doing? Well, I can't understand these. Look, you throw them food and they just sit there. Come on. Crikey, they are lethargic. They're usually fighting over it. Yeah, our food. Come on. How are they coming now? How weird. Usually come running. Little pissed people have already fed them. Come on, get your food. Yeah, so I've got over. I think I've got 3 million views on my YouTube and over 2,000 subscribers. So once you go over 1,000 subscribers, you can live stream on YouTube, which I'm thinking of doing in the future. But this does for the moment, because if I just live streamed on YouTube now, nobody'd be watching. So I'm just trying to build up a bit of an audience on Periscope. And then I'll tell you all to follow me on YouTube, and then you might follow me and get notifications. I might do some live streams on YouTube in the near future when all this nonsense is over and I can travel more. I'll just feed a few birds. I'll just read your comments. Yeah, that's what you find. Yeah, in the summer they weren't interested because I think everybody was feeding. They're eating it now. Just a bit wary today. What's up with them? Right, so we'll just keep moving. So we've got a schedule. I don't want to scope for more than an hour really because of my battery. So I'll just check your comments. Say I've scoped here before, but I haven't been down here for ages. I was in the summer when I was coming down here. Right, let me check comments. Yeah, it builds up. I mean, that's what I did. You see, when the Freddie Mercury film came out, that Bohemian Rhapsody, I started to put some content on, and just to build the subscribers up. And then once you get to 1,000, it unlocks the live streaming. So, but I think you can use. I've seen a few people on Periscope that use an app where they live stream on Periscope and YouTube at the same time. Some colour. There is an app, I forgot, I think it's called Prism, where you can live stream on YouTube in HD and Periscope, but I haven't got unlimited data at the moment, so I might do that in the near future. This is a housing estate where they've, because I'm in the potteries, the home of the ceramics, if you've heard of those, Stoke-on-Trent, home of the pottery industry. Everything you've got ceramic, I'll probably say made in Stoke-on-Trent on the back. There's some of the old bottle ovens that they haven't knocked down. That's where they used to fire all the clay. Those are 2 bottle ovens they've left. Make it part of the scenery. Those are the bottle kilns. There used to be thousands of them. And I'm seeing photos of where, imagine there's like hundreds of those every day puffing black smoke out. How dirty the air must have been. But I'm on a little comfortable tripod now, so it's easy to, unless the sun's coming out anyway. It was raining earlier on this morning, but I think the wind noise will probably have to start investing in a professional microphone, because if you're in widescreen, it's hard to cover hard to shield the microphone. So just getting under a low bridge, and then I'll just check your comments again. Just bear with me. Hopefully I won't lose you. Thanks for the hearts. Just get under this bridge. I think I should lose you for a few seconds. Echo! It's a pity there's no canal boats, but I think they've all finished now for the season. Right. Yeah, I'm trying to change the scopes I go on, you know, because I don't want you to get bored as well as myself. Trying to find different places. I repeat the same places about every month. I think I've got about 30 places I can go. And then after this, this is basically a test scope, just see how the quality goes. But this is the 3rd one now, and the other ones have been great on this new network. No complaints yet. Because on the other network, I was getting really frustrated. When you see some of my old replays, and it says, so the take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. That's why it's kept crashing and freezing. So we'll see how we go with this. Right, let's check comments. Yeah, my phone looks like it's on one side. Is it all skew-wed? Yeah, it's just the same as me. Just Jace the Who. You just put that in Google. It brings everything up: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, everything. I'm just Jace the Who on all social media. And, I can get some. I mean, you see a lot of people on bikes because this is part of the cycle network. But I was hoping to lose some weight so I can be comfortable on a bike, because there's loads of cycle paths you can go on. Lots of cycle paths. We're part of the National Cycle Network where we live, so you can go miles and miles and miles. So you get a lot of cyclists. And obviously this is what the canal was built for. You know, when you see that bottle oven, these are the pottery companies where the bottle ovens used to be. And obviously this is what the canal was built for. You'll see at the side of the canal, it goes past all the factories. The canal was built around all the factories, so they could transport all the goods before rail. I mean, we're talking 250 years ago, transporting coal and steel and iron, you know, and clay products. And this used to be what's called the towpath, where the boats were pulled by horses, you know, before there was engines. We'll just be at the park in about 10 minutes. That's another bottle oven. You just see it there. There is actually a walk I wanted to go on where you take in all the bottle ovens. It's like a walk you can go. I think there's about 30 what are left of the remaining bottle ovens that you can go on a tour and find them all. This is Emma Bridgewater. This is a working factory you can go in. If you look her name up, Emma Bridgewater. Just going under a bridge now. The signal might deteriorate a little bit. Echo. Hello. Yeah, if you look at Emma Bridgewater, they'll have a website. You can. They still make things out of pottery. I said there used to be hundreds and hundreds of companies making things. Now there's probably about a dozen. smaller companies. Right, let's just take a breather. Thanks for joining me. I'll just check your comments. They just whiz by when you've got the... never had so many comments. Hang on. Emma Bridgewater, yeah. Teapots, yeah. They still do pottery. Yeah. There's... I know you probably all heard of Wedgwood, in Dalton, Royal Dalton, Wedgwood. The Steel Light International, they do a lot for hotels and restaurants. Anytime you go in a hotel or a restaurant, I think even stuff on the Titanic was all made here. It was the only place it was all made. I think all the Titanic stuff was made around here. But that's all gone like other towns. We used to be the heart of the coal mines and the pottery industry. Now it's all just distribution and warehouse and call centres now. And obviously this is... I try and... when I was bored on lockdown, I thought I'll try and... I'll try and show you my local heritage. I live near the canal, so I thought I'll start doing heritage scopes. Some more ducks. I'll just read your comments while I'm feeding the ducks. So these ones are a bit more hungry. These ones are a bit more hungry. Is reception okay? I don't know why I'm throwing it over there. I can make them come to me, can't I? They probably just get used to the boats coming. I bet they're probably confused. There's no boats coming. Yeah. It's all those plates and cups. Keep scrolling. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, Emma Bridgewater. Yeah, teapots. Ancestor of barge people. Cool. Yeah, these have been 250 years. This canal's been here nearly. I'll just check through your comments. Yes, make sure you watch on my YouTube. I'll put all these uploads on my YouTube for later. But it was a bit weird because I had a call in with somebody from America, and when you save the video and put it on YouTube, it looks like I'm talking to myself. It doesn't save the other person's talking. When you have a phone in person, because people can ring in and talk to you, but comments aren't coming through on the video, so it looks just like I'm talking to myself. There's no comments, or it's just like the video. But, it's better than nothing. So you can't have everything. I just wish I'd known before, but I'd done my 200 videos. How to save. I just kept saying to myself, you Google it and it says this is how you save your videos, and I couldn't get it working. But, I thought it's a good time to start changing the way you do things. Now you've got a new network and a gimbal to record in widescreen. Right, we've seen a few birds, now we just need a few squirrels. Right, let's get going. The park's just around the corner. Hopefully this is interesting for people. And just keep stopping and starting the scope. It lets you build some viewers up if you leave it running for a bit. I'll just probably leave it till I've got low battery warning. So it's about an hour scoping you're allowed on Apple batteries. Yeah. Yeah, everything you say made in the UK, didn't it? Everything used to say that. It's all China. Some blocks of flats. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. Thanks for the super hearts. Make sure you're following me. Get the notification turned on. I try to do daily scopes. Got over 200. And any new viewers who've come in since I started, I've got a link in my bio to my YouTube. Make sure you follow that. I don't know how it does it, but it saves them in HD, so it was lovely and clear. Oh, the sun's coming out again. Brilliant. I was just a bit reluctant to come. I didn't want to get soaked in the rain again. How British weather does. You look at the forecast and it says down there. You look at the forecast and it just says scattered showers. So now it's gone dry now. The weather said it was getting rain all day, and now it's okay. We've fed the ducks. That's mission one. Now we've got to try and look for some squirrels. It's a bit of a blustery day today. We'll be at the park in about 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. Those are the trees of the park there in the distance. I'll just check your comments. These have some Canada geese. I think the first video I did, if you go back on my videos, me scroll back, I think the first one was along this there. Yeah, the first one was along this canal. The first one I did. Because I was walking for a few months before I scoped, and I thought I started to get the confidence to scope. I was watching other people, and I just felt like I wanted to join in. Hopefully the wind will die down a bit. The sun's coming out anyway, get some nice reflections. I just can't see the screen even more now. Let's have a look what we've got. See if I can see your comments. Is it cold? Well, yeah, you know, it takes it off if you're in the direct sunshine like we are now. I can always tell you, because obviously you scope in hand. You just usually scope in hand, and then that's the park there. I've probably done about an hour of scoping. I'll tell you how many. If I can feel my fingers. That's usually a sign of how far I've been going, how cold it is. And obviously you wonder if there's a lot of people about. So I don't think a lot of people understand what periscope is. It just looks like you're talking to yourself. Masks, they aren't mandatory outside. There's no mandatory outside masks yet, anyway. We've just basically got essential shops open. Masks on public transport are in shops, or the dresses, nail box. Anywhere that sells food's open. If places can offer click and collect, you're allowed to do that. Food can be takeaway, home delivery can still operate. It's a nice view. Let's just take a breather. Yeah. I never see people with masks on outside, but really, I haven't seen any around here, but I always wear them if there's a lot of people about. But let's try and enjoy the exercise and the nice views and the sunshine to come out. I'll just read your comments when I'm out the direct sunlight. It feels nice and warm now the sun's come out. It's like how you see a cat, you know, how it always sits on a car bonnet. Yeah, it always knows where the heat's coming from. But we just know at the park now. There's any canal that's coming. And it's bad enough with all that's going on at the moment when you felt like you're crazy when you're on periscope before, but I probably think they're all. I need to get a t-shirt that says I'm not talking to myself, I'm on periscope. I used to do one when it first come out. I see some swans now. Right, that's it. We transitioned from the canal and now we're in the park. This is Hanley Park. Now. That's it. How long was that walk then? About 20 minutes. The birds are asleep. Got the heads tucked in. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. Got the heads tucked in. I've just got to try and be conscious of cyclists coming past. They don't all have a bell on. Oh yeah, that's how they sleep. We found out how birds sleep now. They've got the heads tucked in. They just float on the water with the heads tucked in. There's some ivy on the trees. Ivy covered trees. There's a cyclist coming. Be careful when the cyclists are coming. They don't all have bells on to warn you. Let's have a look at your comments while I'm just waiting. Tilly's in the house. Nice walking on the canal. Yeah, obviously, I think you're in. I just get a bit bored, you know, because I just live here and you just get used to it. It's like wherever you live, it just becomes the same old thing. There's a Victorian bridge. It's like the park, so to the canal, basically the canal's been built around the park has been built around the canal. Obviously, that's why it goes to the centre of the park. You've got a lot of park that side, a lot of park this side, and they just built the. This is a Victorian park now. Oh, good, the sun's out. Hooray! That should improve her mood a little bit. It just becomes a bit taxing when you've got all this lockdown and bad weather. It drives everybody crazy. That's everybody playing football. A football court, tennis courts. I'm not sure where to take the walk now. See how many people are watching. It's basically a big lake down there. You can go down. There's a big lake at the bottom. Or I might just carry on because there's the. What's that? Yeah, there's a nice pavilion over there. Yeah, I'm not sure now. I've got three choices. I can either go up that, go right, straight on, or left. Let's just check how long my scope's been on for. And then 36 minutes, so I don't want to be on for more than an hour really. You can see there's a nice pavilion there. That was all derelict for years and they've had a lot of money spent on it. You can see it there. I think it's a cafe. You can go in a cafe now. That's in the distance. Yeah, look how big this park is. Obviously it's a British thing. We have a lot of Victorian parks who were all built about 120 years ago. This is what you call the Victorian parks. You can see the water down there. But, I'm not sure if I want to carry on the canal or down there because I'm just trying to test the network, you see. So I have been down the canal before. Get a nice view of the pavilion. There's a bandstand where you have live. You sometimes have music played, like brass bands. What time are we on? Is that time correct? Yeah, 10 to 2. It's got a clock there. Just trying to do this zoom. 10 to 2. That's the zoom out. Yeah, that's the. I'm glad the sun's come out. I didn't really. It's what holding me up. I didn't really want to scope in the rain. All these stairs have recently been refurbished. They're all collapsing. Victorian stairs. All the Victorian ironwork, iron bridges. And I'll just go to this Hanley Park sign. It tells you a bit more about the park, and then I'll just see how many people are watching and decide which way to go. That's the pavilion. I think they've got a cafe open at the moment. But I'm just trying to stay away from roads, you see. I don't want to show you the roads. So either go around this lake in the park or carry on along the canal. Decisions. I could do that another day. I always cram everything into one day. I do. I'm all like, I just want to do loads of scoping, and because the weather's nice, you can never trust it in the UK, the weather. So you just try and make the most of it while the sun's shining. We've got about another 2 hours of sunshine, 2 hours of daylight. There's Hanley Park. That's how big it is. That's where we are. There's the water. There's the canal going through the middle. Some wildlife. Let's just record all this information because this is a good network for being able to read all this information on the replay. I used to be on Android and the picture used to be rubbish. When you had any text, this is brilliantly clear. the one I had yesterday. Anyway, I just try and record all the information, and then you'll be able to see it on the replay. That's where we are. We are made up of 6 towns: Tunstall, Burslem, Hanley, Stoke, Fenton and Longton, and the city centre of Hanley. We're near to Birmingham and Manchester, that's correct. About an hour away. Right, so let's just check comments before I go any further. Just leave you on that shot a minute. Oh, I've never had so many comments, hang on. England win 3-1, okay. Oh, is the football on? Yeah, I'll just follow Stoke City, that's our local team. I don't go to matches, I just follow them if they're on the TV, watch the matches. I don't know, there's any football on. Some nice reflections in the canal. You should visit Stanley Park in Blackpool. Yeah, I'd like to do that, yeah. Yeah, I was hoping to scope the Blackpool Illuminations, but obviously that's all gone to pot now. So, but apparently they might extend the. I've heard that from people who do Blackpool scopes that they might extend the light into January, February. Obviously, because all this has been had this forced lockdown. Let's just try and comment. Lots of babies, yeah. Let's walk on the canal. Is it Jace Astro Curator? Yeah, it's Jace. Yeah, Jace the Who. Stoke on Trent Scoper. Let's just check any comments I've missed. Yeah, someone says, is it cold? It's not too bad in the sun. I mean, it's not like, you don't feel your fingers going numb yet. It's not that cold. It's about 10 degrees. The wind isn't helping. Obviously, it was raining to make it a lot colder, but if you read the questions before I answered, it'll be better for YouTube. Yes. Yes, you'll have to bear with me. There'll be a few glitches because I'm not used to doing it yet. I'll have to remember to try and read any questions out and not just answer them, because if I save the video, you don't have the comments, you see, or if people ring in, the comments aren't saved, or the hearts, it's just the video footage, see, so the hearts and the comments and everything disappears, so you'll just be watching just the live video and nothing else. So you just have to bear with me. I'm just transitioning to a new way of doing things, new network, widescreen, trying to upload them to YouTube, and just see how we go. If you just give me some comments on YouTube, because nobody ever leaves comments on the video, so if you give me some feedback on the comments, any constructive comments, I mean, anything you'd like to see or you think I can improve. I'm just doing what I think's best at the moment. You won't be able to see any boats, like you say. I've told you they're not. The boats aren't travelling, I think, now. I did a scope yesterday. I go through it about 4 different places where there's a canal. And does your phone use 5G? No, it's an iPhone 7. I know the new iPhone 12, is it? The one that's just come out, the first one with 5G on it. But the network I'm with is called EE, 2-letter E's. And it's supposed to be the best network for reception, which I'm finding that at the moment. There's about 4 companies you can try in the UK. I think there's EE, O2, 3, it's called 3, the letter THREE, and Vodafone. And I've tried, oh yeah, there's a squirrel. Yeah. There's a squirrel coming, hang on, let me just get me nuts. I've seen a squirrel, everybody. Get your screenshot button ready. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Where's he going? Where's he going? Don't run off, you're on periscope. Where's he going? I was just going to get a good shot of him sitting on there. Oh, he's running off. That's it. I was just going to get a good shot of him. He was just sitting on that toadstool. I thought, oh, that's a good shot. A squirrel sitting on that toadstool, and he's gone now. So that's it. You know how elusive they are. Well, I've done everything now anyway. We've seen the ducks and we've seen the squirrel, so that's it. We'll just carry on the canal now. It'll take a bit of a while to walk along the canal, because I want to see if this network's okay for walking the canal. Let's get motoring. I say I'll try and do my daily scopes to about an hour. Obviously they'll overlap, you know, some depending, but I'll try and do them about an hour or a bit less. Because I think if I try and save the scopes for YouTube, it takes a bit of processing. Obviously the longer the video is, so. But you always think, oh, half an hour is enough for a scope. But once you start reading the comments, you can get carried away. I think just for today we'll walk along the canal. If I don't, I might do that route another day and just go around the park and perhaps cut through the town centre. I'll just do the canal for today and try and change it up a bit. But my scopes will start getting a bit earlier because it's dark by about 4 o'clock. So if I just lose you under a few of these bridges, just got to just lose you under these bridges for a few seconds. Let's see if there's any comments. Just going to bury that note. Yeah, that's what I've noticed though. In the summer, they didn't used to do that. They used to sort of stay at your feet, and I think they're obviously because it's the time of year. I've noticed them doing that. They get a nut, and then I've actually filmed them hiding all the nuts now. I never use 5G. Don't bury his nut. Just check your comments. I get carried away with these comments. Hello, native Indian. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the scope. Is the reception okay? Seems okay up to yet. Yeah, I'm on iPhone 7. Doesn't use 5G. Some of the latest phones that do 5G. Apple, iPhone 12. I think that does 5G. But you don't have unlimited on. You don't have unlimited on 5G. But luckily they have got a good offer at the moment. Where I'm not in a contract with EE. They've got a bumper offer where they usually want you to pay £20 for 30 days use for 15 gig, and they've got like a bumper offer now for the next 3 months where they're giving you an extra 50 gig, so you can't grumble at 75 gig for £20, and it's not a contract. So I'll try it for 3 months, and then they said if you swap over to a contract you save 20%. Then I could probably have unlimited for about the same amount. I'll probably get unlimited for about 25 a month once you're on a contract. So it never used to be a thing. So you probably couldn't do unlimited periscopes 5 years ago. I've been on the app for 5 years, but I did a few videos because I hadn't got much. Some more terraced houses. Oh, got low battery ready. I'll just plug my spare battery in. Yeah, I don't know how long it was, but when Periscope first started, it didn't save you. It only saved you replays for 24 hours. So I know I did a few. Did about a dozen. Oh, this chair's falling in the water. As you can see for the sun, that's like our local college. We're like a college in a university town. That's Stoke-on-Trent College. We've got a university. We've got Keele University, 10 miles down the road. We are a big student town. We are a big student town. I remember when I started, I thought, I'll show you a boat. I'll show you a boat soon. I started doing, these are coming together, these new flats. I'll show you a boat soon, because when the first lockdown was on, they weren't allowed to travel. But I don't think this is the lockdown now. I think they've just, I'm not sure if it is, if they're allowed to travel all year round. I don't know, I'll have to investigate. But some of the people who have YouTube vlogs, who live on boats, they're all on about sort of starting to wind down for the winter now and park the boat up, you know, for 3 months in the marinas. So I'm not sure if they're allowed to travel or not, but that's what I've seen. I follow a few people who live on the boat, on canal boats. So I think they said they stopped travelling now. Unless the sun's come out anyway. I'll have to invest in a proper microphone. If anybody scopes with a proper microphone, I'll have to get some feedback for which one's best. If I get a lot of wind noise, there's a lot of country walks I won't go on, and we've been by the Peak District near Buxton. There'll be a lot of wind noise there, so right, I'll just check your comments in a second. Apologise if I've missed any. I think I was accused of blocking people yesterday, but that's just because your finger slips on the screen sometimes. I don't think anybody's been nobody requires blocking yet anyway. I say it's been a while until I've seen a lock. This is the first. There's the overflow for the canal when it's been raining. Thanks for all the hearts, everybody. There's this is the first lock, and the height of the water changes. There's the height it is now. You can see the water there, and then that's one of the locks. Looks about half full today. Let's have a look down here. Yeah, but if you watch me replays, I've got plenty of replays with canal boats, what I was doing the past 3 months. I don't really want to keep. Let's see where we're going. I'm just basically retreading these walks I've done before on this new network and see if they're okay. And then I'll have to go scoping scheduling. So that's like a big, what would you call it? NHS, our health service. That's a big building where you can come for your appointments, any health problems you've got. It's not technically a hospital, it's like a, non-emergency appointments, blood tests and whatnot. That's like an NHS building. There's a pharmacy. That's probably still, I don't know if that's open today. Crack, I'm not used to this amount of comments, you'll have to bear with me. I'm sorry if I miss any of your comments, but you can always give me some comments on, like a clinic. Yeah, it's like if you go to your doctor and he wants you to see somebody, apart from in a hospital, it's like an outpatient. You can see people there instead of in a hospital. Like things that don't require a visit to hospitals. Like for blood tests or diabetes, or blood pressure or whatever, just things that can be treated away from hospital. That's just where you have appointments. There's a lot of places like that. And there's sometimes I think the doctor surgeries as well, because what the NHS are doing in the UK is they're trying to get rid of a lot of these little doctor surgeries. What are like converted old houses. There's lots of doctor surgeries. It's converting them into those bigger places, like these big mega buildings. It's still being modernised. Obviously, you can have some people watch these scopes and say, your city's run down or whatever, but it's an old city. A lot of money's been spent on it. It's obviously a very old city that's been here hundreds and hundreds of years, and obviously the council are doing what they can. This is basically because we're walking along here, we could go back in time, 200 years, and a lot of these buildings would still be here. Just imagine like what things have gone on along here. You think this has been here 250 years. And I did a big scope yesterday that Angel watched for me. Thanks for that video you did. Got low battery. I'm ignoring me low battery. What am I doing? Quick. me just get here. Let me just get my spare battery. Let me just plug you in. Just bear with me. Let me just plug you in before my phone goes off. There we go. Let me just charge you up. Just bear with me a second. I think we're charging. I don't know if there's a glitch there when it gives you that warning of low battery. Let me invite people in, and I think Lisa's already, the notifications popped up. It is always a bit weird. Obviously you've got the whole world watching, and you're trying to accommodate, trying to get everybody, but it's usually a good time about mid-afternoon. I get Lisa in Australia, and I get Darby in Colorado. She pops in quite a lot. So nice. I'm glad the sun's come out. It's lifting my spirits a bit. Obviously it's a lot to get through at the moment, and you don't want this lockdown and bad weather. It tests everybody's resolve. But periscope keeps me good, chatting with you folks all around the globe watching. Just get a bit frustrated with the lack of viewers, you know. Obviously it isn't all about numbers, but I know I've got a long way to go. Obviously some of the professionals, you know, they're getting 5,000 viewers on the walks. They've been doing it for 5 years, so I've just got to keep my motivation. Just keep my motivation. Blah, blah, blah. Can't speak. I'm glad the sun's cleared up. The weather's cleared up, because I think that's why you don't find many people scoping in the UK at the moment, because you don't see me scoping every day, just because of the weather anyway. I'll try to do something indoors. I'm still trying to do a supermarket scope for Lisa. But they took the Wi-Fi away from the supermarket I usually go, but I'll find another one. So I think you've seen on my scopes. I've got there's about 6 different supermarkets we can go. There's Tesco, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, Asda, Aldi, Lidl, Waitrose. That's quite upmarket. Marks and Spencer's and Waitrose are quite expensive, but it should be fascinating for people who aren't UK viewers. And saw a bird. To find the trying to think. I'll have to try to think of food products that might only be sold in the UK. But if you follow, there is one thing I showed you. If you watch that video I had from in Stone, where I'm on the canal and the church, and I walk through the high street, I think the video has got like a screenshot of some red and yellow peppers. And if you watch that, next to those peppers is oatcakes, and I went to myself, oh, oatcakes, and they're very traditional to my area. A bit like a what do you call it? A savoury pancake. You know, it isn't like a sweet pancake. It's more a. If I go across here, it's like made with oats. It's like flour and yeast and all that, you know. But they put oats in, so it's very savoury. Like a savoury pancake. Right, I'll just take a breather here. Got a few bird sounds. There's another one of the locks with the boats. So you have to be careful when you're scoping. There's no fence. There's no fence, so you've got the level of the water there. And then this is quite a deep lock. This is. Here's a photo to describe what's going on. This is a staircase lock. So you see how much the boat has to come down. There's the boat. Top lock, bottom lock. And you'll be able to see that. You see how low down the water is there. This is a double lock. the reception okay? At least it's still watching, I think. I thought I'd just do a long scope and see if it keeps working. I don't think we'll see any boats today. That's half full. See it down there. I do have the sound of water. I can get a nice sound of water over here. Hang on, let's go. There's like an overflow. We can hear the sound of running water. You know, we can have a nice sound of running. This is the closest I can get to a waterfall for you. Let's go to the sound of running water. I think this is like for keep the water in these, because there's two locks. You have to have this water flow thing at the side. Yeah, the oat cakes. I know it probably sounds crazy to you, but what we traditionally serve on those is bacon and cheese. Obviously, that's a British staple. You know, bacon and cheese sandwiches, sausage and cheese sandwiches, and that oat cake is a very traditional thing in my area. I think there's only like my part of the world that does it. You know, North Staffordshire. If you look up, at least if you just look up North Staff's oat cakes, you'll see they're just in my area. They don't sell them anywhere else. It's about a 20-mile radius they sell them where I live, and that's it. And if you ask for an oat cake anywhere else, they give you like that. Looks like a biscuit, you know, like a Scottish oat cake, you know, like a biscuit. Here we are. Nice sound of water. I'll just shut up for a minute. No, it's not cold while the sun's just come out. I don't know where that water's coming from. Something to do with the locks to keep them both full of water, but I think it was raining a lot this morning, so it's obviously it's all been designed where obviously if it rains a lot, you know, obviously the water doesn't come over the edge of the canal. This is like the overflow for the rains too much, so they don't overfill. It's a nice sound of water. Hello from Clarksville. You can hear me over the water. Is reception okay? I'm just trying to do on a new network. At least we've got the sound of running water. Anyway, I'm in canal. So I don't know where else I could go for show you a proper waterfall, apart from this what's man-made. I just have to think where I can go to the nearest natural waterfall. Probably quite a way. I think all this was built 250 years ago, you know, all this was. Oh, I just feel like staying there, listening to the sound of the water. Anyway, got enough of it there. Oh. Alright, let's go back around here. I love the sound of water. But, yeah, I don't know what all that contraption's for, but that's it, the side of the canal. And then we get back to the... Oh, there's another one there. It's like cascading all the way down. Oh, there's another one as well. It goes all the way down. Yeah. Just surprised how many people use periscope. You know, I look at the map in my area, and I think there's only one other person. Well, two people. There's a lady who works at a radio station with periscopes in Leek, and a chap who's always showing his cats. There we go. That was a nice sound of water. Pity we can't get around that side, but that's the best we can do. I don't want the scope going too long. As you just saw, I was on 10% battery then. Just trying to avoid this muddy grass. But there's a nice museum I'd like to show you, but it still hasn't opened with this lockdown. Can you see the chimney over there? There's a chimney. There's lots of history around the corner if you're interested in history. Always make sure you're watching my scopes. Lots of history. And basically, this canal, this is called the Calden Canal, and this is like a side canal that you don't get many boats on anyway. You will see a few boats in a minute tied up, but got a lot of trees with ivy on. It's just such a variety. I mean, until the periscopes, I never appreciate all this until I thought, periscope everything. You just miss a lot of your natural environment. You're never sure how much mud there's going to be. Oh yeah, some Canada geese. I'm just glad the sun's come out. It's lifting my spirits a little bit. There's a canal boat. There's one there. There's a bridge across the water. Bridge over troubled water. No, it's troubled. There's a bridge over water there. Keep an eye out for squirrels. I don't think we'll see any more squirrels. There's a few Canada geese. I don't think they. Oh yeah, there's some ducks. Just to see if they're interested in my food. There's a few more. There's a few more birds. Come on. There's some Canada geese. See if these are hungrier than the last ones. Hello. Come on, you're on periscope. Hello. Yeah. I don't feel. Sometimes you just want bread. I try and give them the proper stuff. What? Yeah. Oh God, I think they're all coming now. These are all hungry. Yeah. Yeah. See, I've got animals, ducks and swans and Canada geese right by my house, but this is a different place I can find them. It's just so right. I mean, you can't really plant scopes because you just never know if there's going to be squirrels or birds to feed or the sun's shining. I'll just do a little bit more bird feeding. Got some pigeons. Yeah, if you have a lot of pigeons in your neck of the woods, we have a lot of pigeons there. They're all sitting on the roof. You can see them all sitting on the roof, sitting in the sunshine. I've got a kind of geese talking to me. What? Yeah. 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 What are they doing if you don't eat it? Yeah. Right. I just checked the comments. I'm not ignoring your comments. Apologise if I'm missing your comments. I'm just you don't realise how your hands are full when you try not to fall in the canal. I'd rather not fall in the canal and miss a few comments. And then I'll have a look in a minute. You have to be careful because there's no railing, you see, so it's easy to fall in. You do have signs up saying don't give them normal bread because it pollutes and it attracts rats, and it's expensive. This proper food is. Oh, these are more hungry. I try and just feed the ducks and the swans, but the kind of geese don't normally like this. They're usually just used to bread. So I'll have to keep motoring because of me. Just show you the rest of the canal. Try and get to the end of the. Try and get to the end before I stop. Oh, the sun's come out anyway. Some kind of geese. Say hello to. Hello. Stop hissing. Yeah, this is called a Truro Industrial Museum. I've shown this before on my scopes, but should be a bit clearer now. It's some information. Let me just record this information. The Goodwin Ball Mill. There we go. Let's just record all this information. Yeah, I'll tell you what this place is in a minute. There's a nice bike rack. Oh, hang on. That's where we are at Truro. Bike rack. Yeah, this is a museum, but it's been closed all this time. Can't visit it. You look it up online if you want to. It's been shut for 6 months. Lots of heritage. A Truro Industrial Museum. There we go. Shieldy's Bone and Flint Mill. If you've ever heard the word, you say fine bone china. It actually has got bone in it to make it, really bright white. And this is the place where the canal boats used to bring all the bones for crushing. And it's like there's all steam-powered machinery in here. Yeah, it's been there since. It's been a monument built in 1857. Obviously, there's not much to show. It's like just the buildings around the back. But apparently, it said on that board, I've told you before, I just forgot. It's got something that's the only one in the world, apparently. Yeah, well, that's been cancelled. That was the steaming weekends. They're basically all steam. It's all steam powered. They have like a big engine that they have to fire up. There's here if you want to call more information. The truromuseum.org.uk. But where's that sign? It says. Oh yeah, the only remaining steam-driven. It's got a steam-driven potter's wheel in the world, and that's the building at the back, and that's the engine there. As you come on certain days, you can see that engine running. That's something else I want to scope as well. That place there. That's Rudyard Lake. That's a 5-mile walk there is around that water. That's where hopefully there'll be a good signal there. That's the next place I'd like to go. That's where I live near to Buxton, Ashbourne, Stoke. Yeah, I've tried to scope around that canal, that lake before. That's I've always had a lot of problems, so just look out for that in the next week or so, depending on the weather. I'll try and go around Rudyard Lake. That's about 5 miles, so I've had a lot of problems with reception there, so hopefully it'll be all right. Volunteers. They rely on volunteers. And let me just check for comments. Got that much to tell you. I'm missing comments. Basically, I'll just tell you what I'm seeing now. The chap who was like the surveyor of all this 250 years ago was called James Brindley. He was like the sort of surveyor who planned all these canals, and his statue is there. There we go. With his theodolite. Thanks for the hearts. That's James Brindley. He was the man behind all these canals. And I'd love to. I'd be glad when this is open. I will scope this when it's all open. They have like a festival where they have lots of people selling things, and it's just a shame I keep scoping it closed. But I'll just show you something else here. This is basically a Truro forge. This is what you call it in other countries. Like a blacksmith. Where they make horseshoes. This is basically like where they used to do repairs to the horses. I'm trying to get away from this wind. Obviously, all the boats used to be pulled by. Let me just go around this out of the wind. They used to be pulled by horses, and that was like the farrier there where they used to do all the horseshoe repairs. And I'll give you the website of the lady there. It's like a lady who makes things out of steel, and she sells things on her website. It's been a forge here since 1840. With a blacksmith and farrier servicing the canals, boats and horses. It was rebuilt a number of times. And this is the lady who works from here. That's a website. Makes things out of steel. Sculptedsteel.co.uk. I'll give you more information. She makes things out of steel and sells them, different things. Right. I'll just check the comments and I'll tell you where we are now. This is basically, as I just said, the walk we've just been on, that was the Calden Canal, which is there. That's there's Emma Bridgewater, Hanley Park we've been through. Cheddleton Flint Mill, Froggle Wharf, that's some other things we can go, that's the distance. This is like the workshops, maintenance. And basically that was the Calden Canal, and that little walk we've just done down here, this is another canal. This is called the Trent and Mersey Canal, and this is the one that takes you to Manchester. If you go that way, that'll take you to Birmingham and London, just carry on that way, and then this way will take you to Manchester way. How big that lock is, that's a big lock. There's a picture, okay. I'm just revisiting my periscope before, and hopefully we'll get to top-notch reception. You know, we're part of the cycle network, you can look that up as well, Google all that. We're all part of it. That's why you're seeing lower cycles. Yeah. I just wish I enjoyed cycling, because you just go from, you could cycle all the way to London if you want, you know, Birmingham. There's some places that way. I'd like to show you the Wedgwood Museum. I'd like to periscope that. That's 5 miles. I've already seen Trentham Gardens. Lisa's seen that. There you go, 4.5 miles. That's the railway station. And then if you walk that way, we've got the. That's the. I'll show. I think you'll see that on my walk. Westport Lake. Yeah, you've seen me do that. Yeah, that's the scoping location. Yeah. Right. I'm just trying to think what's best to do now. Let's look at the time. We've got 2:30 now. I think I'm probably gone past my hour now. I'm getting carried away. How long have we been on? An hour and 15. Yeah, shouldn't be too long. Yeah, you just get carried away with these scopes. Obviously, if you just keep walking, it'll be an hour. But if you keep stopping and showing you things, it keeps mounting up. I'll just go. I'm just trying to think now. I say I can just carry on walking for more miles and miles yet, but I just have to see. I don't want my scope to be on too long because of the processing for save it to YouTube. So see all these houses. Some nice reflection. Oh, who's that there? Hello, Jennifer. I see Jennifer at the bottom. Some nice reflections. Just hoping it all comes across. All this nice stuff, but but I don't know. It says you can save them in HD, so it should all come across okay when I put it on my YouTube. Give me some comments under the YouTube. That's one thing. I prefer the live though. If anybody wants to call in, I've got about another 10 minutes left. There's a call-in feature if you like to ask me something that's too hard to type, or I cover all the basics normally. There's some more birds. People usually ask how long the canals have been here, and people live on boats. Yes, they live on boats. The canals have been here about 250 years. I think the season's finished now for boat travel. There's some more birds coming. Ah, Angel's coming in. I'll have 5 minutes with Angel.
Thank you very much.
Is she coming in? Oh, countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she's in. Hello, hello mate.
Yes.
Hello. Hello, guest. Hang on, let me turn my volume up. Hang on, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
You enjoyed my scope? I'm glad the sun's come out this morning for me.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know what you like in your country, but obviously this is, you have to make the most of it when it's like this.
Yes, well, we have had some rain over the weekend, so it's just started to brighten up again, but you've got a lot of light coming through there, and, you know, it's nice and clear.
Yeah, you were like the opposite. You're having your summer now, aren't you? I think in the southern hemisphere.
We're going to be having summer, but it's sort of, it was going into the spring, and then it sort of went backwards into a little bit of cold, into the sort of autumn, wintry sort of feeling, and then we're supposed to go full drive into summer eventually.
Right. I know, it just feels so, like I say, as I'm talking, I just assume everybody's watching from the UK, you know, when you're talking. It's hard to remember you've got foreign viewers in, you know.
You had a guy earlier on, he said he was living in that area.
Right.
And he recognised some of the views there when he was watching your video.
Yeah, it must be great if you've like used to live here and say you've moved abroad or something, you know, to see the places again.
Yes. With that canal though, does that ever get stuck? You know, like with the boats, do they ever get stuck in some of those levels there?
I know that if you say, because if you watch YouTube a lot, obviously there is people who have YouTube channels where they live on boats and they do show you everything. I have seen a few videos where there is sort of this, it should be marked. Sometimes they're on a canal and there'll be like a marker in the water and it'll say stay away from there, you know, because you've got the risk of grounding, you know, where it's not very deep.
Yes.
But it does happen. I mean, I watch a few of those people on the boats and
watch the edge there. Looks like you're going near the edge.
People don't realise is obviously how this canal, it has no railings or anything, so all those locks, you see how deep those holes are, and there's no railings or anything. Just have to
can you swim? The main thing is, can you swim, Jace?
I got my badge at school. I think that was the last time I swam.
Oh, that's good. Well, we won't be seeing you jump in the water anytime soon.
Oh no, I don't want you moaning. See that? Look at this over here. Can you see that?
Oh, I can see it now. You've zoomed in. Oh my God. A skeleton on a chair. Was that part of the Halloween leftover, was it?
It's somebody, it's just somebody's back garden. They just always, they put like a, because they know there's people passing, so they've made a little show at the end of the garden.
Yeah.
The canal coming past.
Oh, well, it gives some people something to talk about, doesn't it?
Yeah, but somebody's made the effort anyway. So we'll carry on walking. Yeah. Any questions? Like I say, just carry on looking at the views. Anything you want to know. We've got
with the ducks. What sort of feed do you give them?
Well, obviously, traditionally, you've always given birds bread, haven't you? But I've noticed recently a lot of signs are going up saying, "Please don't feed us bread. It pollutes, you know, and encourages vermin." And they say you should feed them just normal bird food. I suppose that's all that loose stuff, you know, like just powdery stuff. That's like normal bird food. They say cut grapes. They like cut up grapes and a few other things. But what I've been buying is they like little pallets that float on the water, and it's a traditional. It's a particular make that's called duck and swan food, and it's like little brown pallets that float on the water.
Anyone wants to donate to Jace for seed for the birds, not just for coffees, but for seed for the birds as well.
No, I'm always telling people, buy me a coffee. I should be saying, buy me some bird food.
Well, you could do both. You could say, buy me a coffee or buy me some bird seed. And
it does mount
or
up.
meet up with me. They can meet up with you on your video and give you some seed.
It's not that expensive. It's about like the place I buy. Obviously, it depends how. If you buy a big sack of it, you know, it's obviously cheaper. But I go like a local pet shop, and they have about half a kilo for about £2. So
that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's about £2. Yeah, it's about like about a £5 a kilo, something like that. You know,
Still,
so
if you mention a pet shop, you could say, "Look, give me that for free, and I'll mention your pet shop," sort of thing.
Yeah. But you can see this is why I started periscoping. You see, I've got all this on my doorstep. You know, I don't have to travel to it. So this is this is just a walking route. This is it's right next to where I live.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. At least you're living near the water.
Yeah, you just take it for granted, though, don't you? When you just live right. There's some nice graffiti in this bridge. Can you still get a signal? Some nice graffiti.
Yeah, I can see it.
Well, I'm
We
not
can
calling
see
it
the
graffiti.
graffiti.
It is more art, isn't it? That's not graffiti, but
Yeah, you're correct. It's art.
some nice art there. Yeah, nice and neat. Not just graffiti.
Graffiti can be scribbles or signatures
Yeah,
of
there's a
people
few scribbles. Yeah,
that do
someone
that.
scribbled over it. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm just trying to be conscious of not falling in the water. Scope. Oh dear.
Now that I mentioned it, you won't fall in the water. Just think positive.
Yeah, you just take it. Do you have those in your country? See those speed cameras if you're going too fast in your car? Like,
Oh yes, we got the boxes. Yeah, they're on the ground though, not necessarily up on the post.
Yeah, the stupid box. Yeah. But apparently, we've been told by the authorities that a lot of them don't have active cameras in them, but you never know. So
right,
they don't all have active cameras, right?
And the ones in the box, you can't necessarily see the flash either.
Yeah, as I was just saying, we're like a place of call centres now. See that there, Bet365. That's a well-known company.
Oh yeah.
If that's known in your area, that's like a online gambling. That's a big company there.
Right.
What I was just going to show, do you see this here? You know, on that sign it said Wedgwood Roundhouse. This is the Roundhouse. And basically, when Wedgwood started about 250 years ago, right, his first factory was on this site. It was here, and that's the bit that they didn't demolish. So that's been there 250 years when they built the canal. That has.
Right. Amazing.
That was the original. That was part of the old Wedgwood factory before they knocked it down and then built another one in Etruria. That's called the Roundhouse. Here's the information. I don't know if you can. Let's just see what the information says. Let's have a look. Can you see it there? Oh yeah, the Roundhouse.
I can see the picture, but not necessarily the writing. I can see a little bit of the writing.
That's the Roundhouse is the only remaining part of the original Etruria factory, built on this site by Josiah Wedgwood in 1769. I see. Yeah, this has been here since 1769. That's just a bit that they don't knock down, the Roundhouse bit.
Do a lot of the locals know this? Do they keep up with the history?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, if you walk along the canal, you don't know about it unless you walk along the canal because it's on the canal towpath. So.
It sounds like you're knowledgeable about the history there.
Yeah, well, I've done about 200 scopes, over 200 scopes now. So I've started to look. I wish I could do a bit more research and really have it as. Obviously, I don't want to do it as a full-time job, but I feel like I do. I'll have to start doing a little bit of research. I know a lot off the top of my head, but
yeah, that's right. You're fluent with it, Jace. You're fluent, so you're pretty good.
I mean, if people just ask when it was built, I know it's been here 250 years, and people do live on boats, and people hire boats just for holidays. And when the lockdown started, you can see this pub here. This is a lovely. I don't know. Obviously, you're in Australia. You probably still have
traditional. You passed that the other day, didn't you?
No, not the other day. A few months ago, I came along here. Yeah.
Okay.
But this is where I don't know if it's something in your country, but we usually call it a carvery, and it's basically like a roast dinner. But obviously, they do it for you. They like beef and all the trimmings.
Yes.
And that's what I'm missing there. They used to have like where you just go up to the counter and they'll say, do you want turkey or beef or gammon? And then they'll cut you a few slices, and then there's loads of hot lamps, with all your vegetables and all your gravies. And I'm missing that. My mouth's watering talking.
We have a place called Carver's at the Burswood Casino, which is the only casino in Western Australia. And pretty much, if people want all you can eat, you just pay for it, and you can eat as much as you like. You can go for seconds or thirds if you want to. And there's even desserts available for people as well. So they can have meat, they can have veggies, they can have Chinese food and desserts as well.
Yeah, but if you want to look up more information, those pictures will make your mouth water. It's called Toby Carvery, it says on there.
Toby Carvery.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Toby Carvery up. What I'll do is I'll go across that bridge, and then I'll show you the marina. You can see all the canal boats parked there.
Yeah.
That's called the marina where all the boats park up for the winter.
Is that Toby, T-A-B-Y?
Yes, T-O-B-Y. If you just do a Google on that, you'll be able to see the menus and all the nice mouth-watering things they offer.
It looks nice across the water there.
Yeah. There's a
The
nice
Toby Carvery, yeah.
There's a nice reflection. It's like a chain, you know. Most towns have got one of these. It's like a national chain, you know.
Tell me, does England still have gravy with everything?
Gravy, yeah. You tend to get like red sauce and brown sauce, you know, on every table, you know, so you can smother it in there if you want, you know.
Oh,
If you want a
that's
bit more flavour. But I usually lose the reception up here, so I'm just glad you're talking to me up this little embankment because I usually my old scopes used to go crazy up this embankment. But
if I drop out, I've got 15% on my battery, so if I bomb out, then you know why, you know. Right, but I'll keep going.
Yeah, we should be about that. That's probably the time I'll probably be finishing in 10 minutes anyway. So
yeah, I shouldn't say the bomb word either.
Oh God, don't say anything. If CIA are listening, don't say anything.
Don't worry, James. What I mean by that is drop out. I should have said the word drop out, not the B-O-M-B.
What's confusing you now? See, you have all the cyclists coming up this path, right? And then you think that's the path you go on there, but that's a dead end. It's very fools you, that does, because that's a dead end down there. You have to cross the bridge. There's a few places where you have to cross over the bridge to the other side, you know. There's the canal. It carries on.
Isn't there a sign saying dead end, or they just make people go down there and then they've got to turn around?
Well, it just says Forge Lane, and I've been down there, and then what you have to do is walk all the way back and then go down this footpath this side. Then you have to cross another bridge lower down.
Someone's saying, Jace, where are the rest of the people outside? Why so empty?
Well, that's just obviously people aren't deciding to get their exercise. Yeah, there's some joggers, you know. There's people jogging.
Maybe they're hiding in their houses.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, obviously, you're entitled to go out for your exercise, you know, and anything important like work or going to the pharmacy or the opticians, or you know, you're allowed to do your exercise. So,
what time is it over there now?
Time is it? It's 10 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just show you this this marina down here. It'll be another 5 minutes, and then I'll switch off, I think. It's been a successful scope. Anyway, normally when I do scopes, they don't last very long before there's a glitch or something. So.
Well, I hope I didn't talk too much and talk your head off, so you're not concentrating.
No, it's fine. You can just keep walking when somebody rings in. I was talking to Darby in America. She rang in yesterday in Colorado.
Yeah, I heard her a little bit. I hadn't heard her before, but she's pretty good.
Yeah.
I saw the pumpkin she carved out of the dragonfly. It was really good.
Yeah, I'll just show you this. I'll just show you the back of the pub now. This is called the marina, where all the canal boats are parked up.
Okay.
And then I'll finish the scope in a minute. Otherwise you're just going to be watching lots of traffic, so we don't want to see that. But, we'll just show you this. And
people want to hear what you have to say, not what I have to say.
Yeah. No, it's nice to speak to you. There's the back. Look, here's all the outdoor seating. And then you can, obviously in the summer, you used to be able to enjoy a drink, and you could look at all this
nice. That looks nice.
It's all that. Yeah. I think that's boat repairs, or you can hire a boat there. That's a boat hire company, I think, there.
Good for summertime.
Yeah, I've been catching a few of your scopes, but they aren't on very long, and I keep missing you.
Yeah, mine are short ones. I don't do long ones, but maybe when I get out and about, I'll be able to do some longer ones.
Yeah, I wish you were doing like your cooking ones, like showing you the recipe, you know, like cooking your. Obviously, you show the finished product, but you're not like.
Oh, cooking.
You know,
oh, yes.
Like what, you know, scoping while you're cooking it, you know, you show the finished product, but you're not scoping the cooking of it, you know.
That's true.
Like a recipe. I can watch it like a recipe.
I'll have to put the camera on some sort of, I don't know, stand or something. I haven't got anything to hold it up.
Yes. Well, that's why my hand's comfortable now. I've got like a sort of like a camera tripod, you know, with 3 legs, you know, and then when you close it up, it's designed to hold it, you know, like a gimbal, so my hand's very comfortable and it isn't aching yet. It's not cold
Yes,
yet.
yeah,
My fingers haven't gone numb. And
yeah.
I don't know what it's been like with the wind noise. Obviously, it's been quite windy this morning, so I don't know if all my
You're
voice comes
you're
through
clear.
okay.
I hear a little bit of wind, but it's not that bad.
Right. Right. So I'm just trying to think now. This is always the thing about ending your scopes now. I end it here because I've still got about half a mile to walk anyway. Back up to Sainsbury's where I do my shopping. I can finish it here or just carry on, but obviously we just see the busy road of traffic, won't we? That's not very exciting. I've shown you everything. Like I said, you can ask me anything you want now. I've shown you everything I can show you really today. Let's have a look inside the pub, see what it looks like, if we can tell.
We
Nice
like feeding the birds. You like
big
to
pub, yeah.
study history and look at
Yeah.
history, and you like somewhat
Very big
English
pub.
football.
Yeah, caution deep water. I said there is a fence here, you don't fall in here. Because you have a
Well, if they
alcohol.
have a drink, they'd have to be careful, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think you need a fence where there's a public house, don't you? So, oh yeah, let's look at the carving menu for make me mouth water. Yeah, what's this here? Ooh, that looks nice.
Darby's dropped in.
Oh, I'm just looking at this menu and my mouth's watering now. Look at these pigs in blankets. You can have apple and sage glaze. Yeah, Darby, do you want phone in? We can have 2 people on talking. Do you want
Hello,
phone?
Darby.
Darby, just phone in for 5 minutes. Sometimes you
I
can't.
realise the pigs in
She's busy.
blankets, the bacon wrapped around the sausage. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have my first 2 people ringing in. That's the one I haven't had yet. 2 people ringing in. That'll get a bit crazy then with 2 people on.
Well, Darby said yes. So if I happen to drop out, you know why. But I'm still hanging in there.
Yeah, I was just getting finished, but I'll just do another 5 minutes. And Darby's coming in to show you the canal boats. Oh, Darby, it's on takeaway is available. There we go. Ooh, App Store. I know my mouth's watering now. I wish I'd seen that picture now. I don't see the chat. Weird. Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the chat either.
Yeah, sometimes things go wrong on this. Let me just have a look.
Oh, wait a minute. I did see someone say something, but I muted them.
Yeah, this will be a laugh now. Let's see if this. Let's just try this for 5 minutes. 2 people ringing, and this is going to be. This is going to overload the system. Are you there, Darby?
Yeah, I couldn't see the chat there.
I thought let's try a threesome, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. How are you guys?
I've just finished my scope. I've just been scoping for crikey, how long's it been now? I've just got carried away today. I've been an hour and 38 minutes. Getting carried away.
I have a way of dropping in right at the end, don't I? Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm good. I was listening to records before.
Yeah, just look what this sign says. Yeah. Roast Mrs. Cumming, Boxing Day, 3 courses.
Okay, explain this to me, guys. Explain this to me. What's Boxing Day? I've never figured this out.
No, do you know what I'm going to tell you? We still don't understand what. We still don't understand. We always, every year, we say, "Why is it called Boxing Day?"
I should know this. But you know, in Australia, we like to joke. In Australia, we like to joke because Boxing Day is when the kangaroo comes out and he puts his boxing gloves on and gets ready for a box.
There you go. Oh, it's funny.
I'm just trying to find some because luckily the sun's come out. I'm just trying to find somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a canal boat. Yeah, let's go up here quick.
Yeah, it looks nice out.
I just said I've just been filming for an hour and a half, and I say you'll never see a canal boat now. They've closed up, and there's one.
Oh yeah.
Hang on.
It looks beautiful out.
Can you hear that noise?
Yes, I can.
You know what that is? That's an ambulance. Can you see it? That's a British ambulance. Oh, woo, 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 woo. That's
right.
Quick, let's get this boat. Where's it gone? Quick. Yeah. There is a boat, but I thought there'd be no boats.
Oh yeah.
There you go. You're just catching it.
I've just
quick, Jace, run, catch the boat.
Run.
Moving too fast.
It is moving. They go pretty slow, but that one's going pretty fast.
Slow down. I'm brisk walking. I'm just about keeping up with it. Hang on. I'm getting my exercise today anyway. Oh, crikey.
I'm sitting here eating breakfast, guys.
Don't you fall into that river.
I know. Angel's making sure I don't fall in the river. I don't want pneumonia today.
Yeah,
Our
watch where you're going.
Our Darby was watching me yesterday and nearly get run over by cars anyway. So
I know, and I was like, I'm not responsible. Stay on that side.
I'll just give you the view. I'll just give you the view from this bridge before I finish, and then I'll leave it at that. Oh, crikey! It's so weird though with scoping. Like, Polly, you feel, Darby. You know, when you do yours, is when you start. You know, you think, oh, I bet nobody will come on a Sunday morning. It's been a nice, productive scope today.
Yeah.
Darby, do they eat oat pancakes in? Is it Canada you're in?
In
no,
Colorado.
America.
Yeah, in
America.
Yep. I'm eating eggs and bacon right now.
Right. Sounds
It's
good.
only 8 o'clock here.
Darby, did you see that on my scope yesterday? That shop selling oatcakes in a packet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me just get my breath back. I've just caught up with the boaties there. Yeah, what they are is as I was saying, telling Angel, them oatcakes you can only buy them in my area.
Oh
what
really?
They basically are is they're called oatcakes, but they aren't the ones that are like a biscuit. You know, in a packet, like you can buy oatcakes like Scottish oatcakes, and they're like a biscuit.
Sounds delicious.
It's like a breakfast food. We basically have them with bacon and cheese or sausage and cheese and brown sauce on HB sauce, you know.
Yummy.
I know the HB sauce.
Yeah,
Mum used to use
it. The wind's getting up a bit now. Well, I'm just going to say, Darby, I've had another productive... let me just shield the microphone. Where is it now? I've had another productive day on my scoping. It's bad, no glitches. It's been running for over an hour and a half, no trouble. The reception seems okay, so
yeah.
Give me a thumbs up for this new network.
Hey, you guys, I might be tonight when the town I live in, there's a winter light show that goes on. It has like music synced in the park, like the trees light up and flash and all that. I'm gonna try to scope it if it's not windy. So you'll have to check it out.
I know what it's like for, obviously you'll be able to tell me just quickly. Obviously with Christmas time, when's the earliest you'll normally see somebody put Christmas decorations up? When do you usually see it? About now? Is it about this time now?
Yeah, the town is starting to put up lights and that kind of thing. Usually people decorate their Christmas tree right after Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah, because we started to see that in this country. Obviously, the TV adverts they're crazy at the moment. Every one of them's mentioning Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look out for it on the replay if I'm not awake.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's gonna be so late there. So yeah, it's been super. It was like 60 yesterday. So if it's not windy, I'll scope it tonight.
Right, I'm glad it's the top of the hour. Let's just do a time check. 3 p.m. in the UK. What's your local time?
8 a.m. in Colorado, America.
Right. And Australia is?
Nearly 11 p.m. in Western Australia.
Wow. Well, this is a truly global scope, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, it is. Jeez, Angel, you're up late.
I know.
You're up early. I'm in the middle of the afternoon starving.
I love Periscope. It's so fun.
I know. I've just looked at that. I wish I hadn't looked at that car reposting now. My mouth's watering. Oh.
Haven't you had breakfast yet? Haven't you had breakfast yet?
Yeah, I just had some porridge this morning.
Okay.
Healthy porridge, yeah, and then a cup of tea. You know, because I have a cup of tea. Are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I'll say I've got a bit of a walk to go. Anyway, I'll just carry on walking while there's somebody in. I'll sort of just, you feel like finishing the scope, but if there's people still on, I'll just keep walking. So.
I think Lisa hung up. You're not there, are you, Lisa? Angel?
Lisa hung up. I know you have to be careful with this. I don't know what you're supposed to. There's a way you can glitch it and you can stop people coming back in. So let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's just have a look at It was getting a bit crazy having 2 people in.
I know.
I think it was overloading my brain a bit having two people at the same time.
I know, that was fun.
Yeah,
Here.
there's Midwick Carvery. That's a carvery. That looks nice.
Yeah, I just ordered my turkey.
Oh, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, open and handle, axe throwing, boxing, and airsoft. Ooh, what's that?
Huh.
Oh,
axe throwing. That would be fun to watch. Axe throwing.
Yeah, I was thinking about, you know, because you're like a regular viewer on my channel. I was just thinking, I wish Darby had come on before I finish. You know, I hate it when I hang up and you haven't been on. You know.
Yeah. Oh no. Anytime I see yours, I'm like, oh, Jason. I jump on real quick. I overslept this morning, so that's part of the reason. I just got up and got breakfast cooked, and I usually get up about 5 a.m., but I was really late this morning.
But the scopes have been. I'm trying to be. Hang on, I can't get my words out. I've been happy with the scope. I've basically done a few wide screens. I've worked out how to save the replays. I can tell you how to do that if you want to save them on your camera roll. You know.
Yeah.
And then basically, I'm putting them on YouTube. If you check my YouTube out, it's putting them on in HD, so it's all win. You know, so it's great. It's clearer.
Yes, I love this new network you're on.
Yeah, but it says I've got plenty of data anyway. So this is my local cinema. I might as well just tell you what we're passing. That's the Odeon. That's a British chain of cinemas. Obviously, that's closed at the moment.
Oh yeah, I miss going to movies.
Yeah. What's the last one you enjoyed? I'll give us something to talk about.
Oh geez, it's been so long. What was the last one I went to?
I went to see that Terminator one. That was a bit pants, you know, that new Terminator one.
Yeah. I can't even remember.
Yeah. I love the I love something that's like what do you call it? Like a biopic, you know, if it's about somebody's life or something like that. Queen.
Yeah. Like a biography kind of thing. Yeah, those are fun. I also do like sci-fi, I have to admit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because it's weird, like, obviously, when your mind's saying, oh, I think I'll just end my scope now, then when somebody comes on, it makes you want to keep it going a bit longer.
Oh, I know. I'm the same way. You're like, oh, like I said, I always seem to hit towards the end just by coincidence.
Yeah, I'm just glad that you were watching, so you could perhaps have some questions about what you're seeing, you know, because I'm just used to all this. And
yeah.
I mean, this is basically, we didn't have them for years in the UK, but this is like our retail park. This is called like a retail park, you know, with big stores.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Like out of town. But I think it's just that in the middle of the roundabout. Well, this will be a novelty to you. Look, this is a roundabout. Look. This will be a novelty to foreign viewers.
We actually have a few of those in our town too. It's some little tiny ones like that.
I suppose this is a novelty to watch the cars going round.
I know. We hate them here because we didn't grow up with those roundabouts, is what we call them. And then they started putting them in our town, and nobody knew what to do with them.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they used to be before the traffic lights, weren't they? I mean, every busy road had these, and then when it got too busy, they put traffic lights in, didn't they? So.
Yeah. Was that a bridge going over the road?
Yeah, there's a bridge.
Walk bridge. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to risk death and cross the road. I think I don't want to go all the way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, a bit of traffic noise, but at least I don't think you've seen this part of me.
No, it's actually not very loud, to be honest.
All right. Well, you can see all the shops that there's like a little poster there. That there's all my shops.
Oh yeah.
Those. There's all the shops. Next is clothing. B&Q is DIY. River Island's clothes. Boots is a pharmacy. Outfit is clothes.
Oh, was that Pizza Hut?
Yeah, we've got a Pizza Hut.
Oh, that's cool.
Poundland. That's a bit like your dollar store. You know, we have like a pound shop.
Yeah.
Everything's a pound.
Pizza Hut was the only one I recognized.
Yeah, well, we've got, if I walk up there, I'm just going to make my mouth water now, there's a KFC and a McDonald's up there, so I'm not going.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like KFC. We just had KFC the other day. They're doing DoorDash. Or I don't know, they deliver to your place now?
I don't know if it's been around. You'll have to excuse me if I talk too much. I did watch the replay and thought I never stopped talking yesterday.
No, you're good.
I've got that much to say. You can see I'm starved of conversation in this lockdown, you see.
Me too.
Out on Periscope.
Me too.
Right, and then let me just cross the road. And what it's weird is, obviously, it'd be different if you were probably all British viewers. You know, I wouldn't have to explain everything, but it's like trying to explain everything because you're not British. So, you know, it's like
Exactly.
everything's interesting to you, isn't it? So
I noticed on your roads too, like the signage on the roads is different. Like there's been places where there's like these squiggly lines on the road, and I'm like, what are those squiggly lines?
yeah, I don't know what that is. I haven't got my highway code out. I don't know what that is. This is another big flyover. Obviously, this is a big flyover. But really, I can't see what the point is in a roundabout and a flyover. But obviously, that does get very busy, you know, that road. So that was recently being built. Oh, the sun's still out anyway.
And you call that a flyover? We call that an overpass.
Well, I've been with that Adam Yaffe who used to do daily scopes until he's moved house. He used to do that with we had all the fun of discussing the differences, you know, in American words and British words.
Yeah.
You know, a hood and a fender and a trunk and a boot and all the different words that mean different things, you know.
I do know about the bonnet and the boot because I own a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I just watched me replay when I was in Leek. If you saw a few of me replays, there's one in Leek, and I thought, oh, there's Darby's Mini.
Yeah, I almost said something. Yeah, I was like, oh, that looks like my car.
Oh, crikey. As if you don't really want to see a main road, do we? But yeah, it's just basically if nobody was watching, just keep walking. So I could just get across this busy road. I'll just give my mouth a rest for a minute. If you want any questions, you want to ask me what you're looking at.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, we call those overpasses.
You know what's going to make you laugh, Darby? Though this is supposed to be a lockdown. Look, this is a lockdown. Look. This is a British lockdown. Look. This is a British lockdown. It's a farce, isn't it? Look.
Well, at least everybody's in their car, so they can't spread disease, right?
Socially distanced. That's a new. I will mention some of the. That's a big retail park over there, and this is another retail park. And this is the list of these shops. This is called the Octagon Retail Park. Let's see what's here. It's a matter of thinking if you like worldwide brands or just British brands. You see, we've got a furniture place called NCF, wherever that is.
Yeah. We call those malls.
Yeah, we've got DFS. They sell furniture. Oak Furniture Land, Sofa Store, Wren. They do kitchens. Sofology, they're sofas, I think. Oh, I don't go in those shops. We get a lot of the high street shops are like where they sell furniture, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just call those outdoor malls.
But we're basically on our way up to Sainsbury's, you know, that Sainsbury's scope you saw a bit of. We're walking up to Sainsbury's now. That's where I'll end the scope in about 10 minutes when I get to Sainsbury's.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, go whenever you need to go. It's okay.
No,
no worries.
I would have obviously. I would have cut it off if there's nobody watching, you see. So let's just go look in the shop window, see what we can see.
You still have flowers blooming there. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Look, this is a British shop. Let's have a look. It's like a furniture shop. See if we can see inside.
Oh yeah.
They sell settees and whatnot. Yeah, I could. What it is I didn't. I wish you'd a boot. You know, sometimes I have to get a lift and somebody pick me up.
Yeah.
I haven't sorted that bit out yet, so.
That's all right. You will.
What I might do is, if you're still on, I'll walk to Sainsbury's entrance and I'll walk inside. I'll try and show you by the entrance.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'll try to do a stealth scope.
That's right. Incognito.
Yeah, but they have a lot of. Obviously, I think what you do is a bit like you have TV reporters.
Exactly.
You've got a camera and a microphone, you feel like you can do anything.
That's right.
I think this helps a bit with periscope, because when you get people giving you strange looks or, dodgy looking people, you think like, I'm on periscope, I'm invincible, leave me alone.
I know, it's so funny. You feel different when you've got the camera in front of you. I agree.
Yeah, there was just a few strange characters then, and I thought like, no, I'll just march and carry on.
Yep.
They aren't going to hear me off scoping.
For all they know, we're just FaceTiming with family or something.
Well, that's all. If anybody said anything, I'm just FaceTiming. I'm showing me relation in Colorado where I live.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's a brand in your place, pizza. That's called Papa John's.
Oh yeah, we have Papa John's. That's one of our favorite pizza places. It's one of our favorites.
I've never tried that. How would you say that compares with like Pizza Hut? Is it nicer or?
Papa John's is really good. That's one of our favorites. Pizza Hut, I like for different reasons. They have like the thicker crust, you know, like the really buttery crust. But they're both really good. It just kind of depends on what we're in the mood for.
You can tell the differences if you look at some of my old replays, and I do scope the same street. When the proper lockdown was on, there was no traffic.
Oh yeah.
It's like a sort of lockdown, you know, but all the traffic's back. Yeah, let me just tell you what else there is. We've got I say in this country, you know, coffee shops. We have Costa. What else is the other one? We have Cafe Nero, Costa, and Starbucks. I think Starbucks is the only American one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not a huge Starbucks fan.
Have you heard of Nando's? Chicken, Nando's there. Is that a British one, Nando's?
Is that a mural over there, Jace?
Yeah.
Is that a mural on the wall?
It's a bit like KFC, but you dine in there. It's like a chicken restaurant, Nando's.
Huh.
And that's TGI Friday. I think that's a British place as well.
Oh, we have that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's so weird, isn't it, to see how much these brands have gone around the world, you know. I just don't know if you know it or not, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. TGI Friday.
I haven't been there forever.
What always used to fascinate me was when I used to watch a few people on Periscope in America.
Yeah.
To think that you have drive-through. You have like drive-through banks, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that doesn't exist here. I'm trying to think of things that
don't
exist in England. No, we don't have drive-through banks. Obviously, we've got Burger King. We've just started having like coffee shop drive-throughs, you know, like for a hot coffee. You can see that one there.
Are your fast food restaurants? You have drive-through for your fast food restaurants, right?
Costa. That's a coffee drive-through there, that Costa.
Okay, I've heard of Costa.
So there's loads of things to show you. I'm glad you're on. I'm just talking to myself. Right, I'll just take a breath up here in a minute. It gives you some exercise.
Is that a Burger King?
Talking and walking. Yeah, there you go. There's Burger King.
Yeah, we have that. Burger King's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay.
But I don't know what the service is like in your country, but if you go on KFC, right? You go on KFC or Burger King drive-through, the service is terrible.
Yeah, same here.
Ages, aren't you? But McDonald's, what I've done with my McDonald's, that one what I just told you, it's down the road.
Yeah.
You go to that McDonald's, right? You're talking to a speaker, don't you? Do your order. You drive around the corner, you pay your money, you drive to the next window, and they're there with a bag, just handing it to you. I think that was quick. You don't wait. You know.
Same here. Burger King is super slow.
I used to go to Burger King and KFC, and I used to time it, you know, so there's just no traffic.
Right.
And I'll say, "Oh, we haven't got to wait long. There's no cars there." And sometimes I'd wait 20 minutes just for one burger. You think, what's going on?
That's crazy. Our McDonald's has the thing now where you can pre-order it online, and then there's these special parking spots, and then they just bring it right out to you.
Yeah, you know all this where they deliver stuff to your house. That's all taken off like mad in the UK now, where all this these different companies will deliver it on a bike to your house, you know, in a bag.
Yeah. We have DoorDash and HubGrub are the two big ones here. DoorDash.
Yeah, there's a new hotel, Premier Inn. That's a British chain of hotels, Premier Inn.
Huh.
That's another chain of pubs there, Brewers Fayre. That's another one.
Cool.
They do lots of different food. Yeah, the weather's all right. Well, the sunshine. With yourself. When people say, "Oh, you're cold," I'll say, "I'll just tell you how numb my fingers are when I'm periscoping," you know. So.
I know it. It looks really nice out for this time of year.
It was raining all morning, so you just don't feel like coming out. Then it brightens up. That's the sky at the moment.
Oh, it was raining earlier, Jace?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Let's see. I don't think they're edible. I'll leave them alone.
Someone's asking what part of England is this? This is Stoke-on-Trent, right?
Yeah, we're in the West Midlands, yeah, and between Manchester and Birmingham in the northwest. This is Stoke-on-Trent. There's some more shops there. That's what we have as a British chain. That's Sports Direct. They sell obviously, you know, tracksuits and trainers and, you know, sports equipment.
Yeah.
That B&M. We have a lot of chains in the UK where they just basically a shop that sells everything, you know.
Right, one-stop shopping kind of a thing.
Yeah, they just sell like, you know, bread, milk, a bit like not like a traditional supermarket because they sell everything.
Right.
It's really a bit like a supermarket. They just sell everything, you know. They sell garden stuff and light bulbs and.
Do you guys have Walgreens? Do you have Walgreens there?
Not that I'm aware of. Obviously, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Obviously, what happens is that's all frozen food now. That's the food warehouse.
Oh wow.
We basically have a company called Iceland, the same as the country, and they have little stores. And when they have a massive warehouse, they call it the food warehouse and not Iceland, and that sells a lot of frozen food.
Nice.
There's a carpet shop if I want a carpet, and a bed shop next door. It's got all the signs up saying now book your Christmas Day meal. Oh, cranky, it's only November.
I know.
Oh, this is what we're going to have a laugh at now. What's the price of your gas? Yeah, I'm going to show you the price of British gas. Yeah. What's the price of your? Because the thing is, you buy yours by the gallon and we buy ours by the litre. You see. So,
yeah. Let me ask Google what the average is. Hang on. Hey Google.
Go on.
What's the here? Hang on. Hey Google. What's the price of gas in Colorado?
Here's the information on the web. On the website denver.com, they say average price for a gallon of gas in Denver is $1.73. Maybe we'll stop.
Yeah. On average, it's $1.70 a gallon.
$1.70.
Yeah.
So what's that in pounds? And is that about? Because your exchange rate's all over the place at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how that translates.
I'm always jealous of your gas. Right? Petrol, you say gas, don't you? But
yeah, I've heard it's expensive there.
Basically, I'm trying to work it out what it is in dollars. I mean, a gallon is about 4.5 litres, and ours is over £1 a litre. So it's like about £6 a gallon in the UK. So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, let me ask Google. Hey Google, how many pounds is $1.70?
$1.70 is approximately £1.29.
£1.29.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's a litre. So like a gallon is about £6 now. It's crazy.
Oh, that's right. Because now we got to convert gallons to liters. Yeah, that's true.
I've just seen a poster. There's a nice sunset. May as well give you the sunset while I'm here. There you go.
Yeah, it's nice.
I've just seen somebody's put a poster up here. The supermarket behind me has put a poster up. But obviously, I was hoping it was going to be something traditionally British. But I think you own these things as well. What they've reduced they are. You can have chicken thigh fillets, £3.20.
Yep.
What else have we got? 5% fat beef mince, £2.60. That's for how big's that one? I think that's a small packet.
That's funny because here instead of 5%, it'll say 95% lean. So they advertise the opposite way.
That's the opposite. Yeah, I always look for 5% fat because that's the lean one.
That's funny that they do it opposite. Yeah.
There's our eggs. They all say they show you a picture of a bird in case you don't know what a bird is.
In case you don't know where eggs come from. No.
Yeah. But I've noticed what these supermarkets are doing now is they're making a thing now where all of them are like there's no battery eggs. They're all like free range apparently. So.
Yeah, we've got they do both.
I've just got a funny story to point over there. See our gas station over there?
Yeah.
This is something else that I have such a laugh when I'm talking to an American person. This is going to make you laugh. Are you sitting down? It's going to make you laugh. You know what the British authorities trust us to do, right? They trust us to pull up at the pump, fill your car with petrol, and not drive away before you've paid.
I guess we are.
I knew that'd make you laugh. They trust us to drive away and make sure we pay before we drive away. And I know that doesn't work in America. You have to pay first, don't you?
Yeah.
And you wonder why there's so many people who drive off without paying. It's amazing, isn't it, how you can solve the problem.
Yeah, if you do a card,
people to pay first.
If you do a card, then you can pay at the pump.
Yeah,
if you're doing cash, then like you said, then we have to go in and prepay and then come back out and pump.
We do have a facility where you can pay at the pump now. That is a facility. You can pay at the pump.
Right.
But like I said, it's obviously a big problem with people just putting false number plates and driving off. Obviously everything's on camera, put false plates on and drive off. And if we're lucky, we might see shoplifters because there's a big problem in the supermarket.
Oh wow!
I was in the car yesterday. I was just like, saw somebody running past me, I thought, oh, and then all the security come running out, and they said like people, because basically it's a shop where sometimes they don't have any security on, so obviously the thieves are just timing it when there's no security on,
Right.
and they just walk out with trolleys full of alcohol, and they say we can't run after them, we can't do anything about it, so they'll keep doing it then, won't they? There's no deterrent. It's just crazy.
You have roofs for your shopping carts. We don't have roofs on there. It's funny.
I feel my hand getting a bit numb now. I just have to get me. I've got my gloves. I've been prepared today. Look, got my gloves. I can never understand when you look at the quality how these are made. The big house gloves. But obviously you can buy gloves for £1. They just keep your hand warm. But you pay about £30 for Berghaus, and they aren't made any different. It still says made in China.
Oh, exactly.
You're just paying for
it's
the
all
brand.
the brand name. Yeah.
I'll just stand here for a second because you're going to have a nice sunset there, aren't we? Hang on. It's just let's just. I'm sorry if I've missed any comments, but I've been talking to Darby that much. If you see any comments, you'll have to be in charge of reading the comments.
Yeah, I have been watching.
If
not
you see
too many.
I apologise for missing any, but it's hard to try not get run over and obviously read comments.
That's right. Please don't get run over.
Oh yeah, there's a nice view of the sky. I'm just glad you've come on, Darby. You've cheered me up today. I was feeling a bit down today with how the weather's been, and this lockdown nonsense. But
yeah. No, I'm so glad.
But the thing is, I like thrift stores. So obviously, you think you get a bit bored of them, but you think, well, if you don't go, you might not see any. If you don't go, you don't see anything. So, I mean,
I like going to those too.
Yeah, I get a bit frustrated with doing Periscope every day, but I think, well, if I don't do it, like now, if I hadn't done it today, I wouldn't try to talk to Lisa and yourself. So,
right.
You never know.
I think Periscope is so important right now.
I don't know when's the time with you being, obviously, because you're working, aren't you? I think so. Obviously, the weekend's okay, but.
Yeah, well, and I work from home, so it depends on my load.
Right.
So some days.
Is my scoping schedule okay? I mean, I can adjust it if it'll suit you better. I mean, I'm free to scope anytime, so.
Oh no, I think it's great. Like I said, some days I'm just busier than others with work. Some days I watch Periscope while I work, and some days I don't. It just depends on what I'm doing.
So about mid-afternoon in the UK, this time's okay. About sort of 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. In the afternoon.
Yeah, usually in the morning. Since I work from home, I don't start working super early. So for my morning is when I usually get on Periscope the most, and then in the evening. But then it's really late there.
The only thing I didn't want to have me scope on too long is because when you tell your phone to save it to your camera roll, I think it has to process it, and I think that takes quite a while. So this will be a monster process.
This will be a long one. Oh no. Exactly.
Are you following me on YouTube, or shall I just send you the links when I finish? Because did you see that link I sent you yesterday? What I do is when it's on YouTube now, I try and think of all the people who might be interested, like yourself and Lisa, and a few of those British scopers, and I just tag your name on Twitter. And obviously,
I've noticed that. That's great.
Did you see that lovely sunset I got where the sky was all orange?
Yes. Oh, that was beautiful.
That was, I was just
really good.
I'll just show you the size of our trolleys. They care for our trolleys in this country. Look, we even have a roof for the trolleys.
Yeah, we don't have a roof.
But basically, when we go in a lot of when I've watched some of your people who do the shopping scopes, massive trolleys, don't they, like that? The massive ones. But I always like these ones, the smaller ones.
Yeah, we have like the little half ones too, and I always try to get the little half ones when I go.
That one there. Please return me when you're finished. Wonky wheels, please let us know.
Wonky wheels, I love it. Please let us know. I love that term, wonky wheels.
I bet there's loads of things I could say to you, and you say, "What does that mean?"
Right.
Yeah, we say wonky wheels. That means when it's got a mind of its own. Wonky wheels.
I love that because my son and I, when we go to get carts, we always test them out because we hate when we get the wonky wheels or the ones that squeak.
But the thing is, what I think when I talk to like yourself, like American, you think, you know a lot about because you like British comedy, Americans, don't you? You understand a lot of the humour and do you like a lot of the British comedy?
Yes, I do. Totally.
Yeah, let's make the most of this sky while we're standing here. How long's my scope been on for now? I don't look. Let's try and round it up to 2 hours.
I bet it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
It's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
That's long. I've never done a scope that long.
Yeah, I think I'll be getting a low data warning in a minute. I said, what are you doing for 2
Yeah,
hours?
you get the little message. We've noticed this in your data.
Well, the thing is, I should be okay because basically what I'm on at the moment is that EE, is it's like it's a winter offer, and
Yeah.
usually it's 15 gig of data for £20 on a 30-day rolling contract. So you basically are, it's basically pay as you go. That's
Right.
what we call it, okay, pay as you go. There's no contract to have it for so long. But at the
Good
moment,
afternoon, Dave.
they're giving me bonus data. So when I go on the app and see how much data I've used, it says I've got
Yeah.
85 gig to use in a month. So I think that'll be plenty.
Dave says good afternoon. Do you know Dave?
Yeah, you know what I was just going to say to you? Apologise to people, but comments aren't coming up, so I can't see any comments coming up. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch for you.
Yeah, what it is because your face is in the corner and it's taken half the screen up. The comments are just whooshing by. I've got to pull it back down.
Right.
Yeah, hello, Dave. Afternoon from Dave. Anything else I've missed? Hang on. Have you
I
noticed
don't think so.
Have you noticed where it says "Welcome such a body to their first day on Periscope"? That's a new thing I've noticed.
I never see that. I must not have anybody new coming on because I noticed other scopers saying, welcome to your first day at Periscope, but I never see that message. Does it just come up with their name?
Yeah, it comes up on mine. Yeah, on the list of comments, it just says, please welcome username to their first day on Periscope.
I've never seen that, but maybe I just have never had anybody new pop on.
Somebody's asking me phone's warm from streaming. No, I've got an iPhone 7. I basically just got like a thin case over the back of it. And obviously I'm outside, it's cold. I mean, I'm having no glitches. So if anybody's UK, I can recommend using EE for periscoping. Because I've had no glitches now for 3 days. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I've had no glitches at all. Because I was either blaming the network or blaming the phone or blaming the software, and it's been fine now on this network.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to go wherever you want.
There's a few more places that I'd like to scope, and a few nice places I'd like to scope. And obviously I'd like to test this network out where these sort of rural locations. I can tell you the name of them. There's one called Rudyard Lake. What's a nice 5-mile lake to walk around, which is in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know if there'll be reception. And then there's called Tittersworth Reservoir. And that's a big lake. That's a big man-made lake you can go around. That's where we get our fresh water from. That's somewhere else you can visit and have a nice walk. But obviously, again, these are in the middle of the countryside, so I don't know what the reception will be like. So,
right.
But obviously, if I struggle, I'll just film it on my phone and put it on YouTube anyway. So,
yeah.
Right. Let's just go. Yeah, right. This has been a long scope, hasn't it? Let's just show you by the entrance. Well, this is my super. Obviously, there's bigger supermarkets than this. This is quite.
How do you pronounce that? Sainsbury?
Sainsbury's. Yeah, Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury.
Yeah, we have four big ones in the UK. You have Tesco, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, and they're just big supermarkets that sell all the same thing. And then obviously about there's Aldi's and Lidl's, those little German ones. We've had those.
Yeah. Our ones, we have King Supers and Safeway. Those are the big ones here.
Yeah. Well, we have two posh ones. But what I'd like to try today is what they do in this is there's an app on your phone. And basically, you traditionally put everything in your trolley, you take it out, you scan it, you put it back in. You've basically got a way now of where you can you scan all your food as you go round and then just pay before you leave.
Yeah, we've got that with a big warehouse place called Sam's Club. It's a scan and go. It's really nice. And then you just walk out the door, show them your receipt, and you're done.
Look at the website so you can get more information. They are Sainsbury's.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And then we have all these, if they sell food, we have like a food hygiene rating where the local council will give them.
Oh, Lisa's back, it looks like.
Yeah, they give them like a rating of how clean they are. Please wear your mask.
Hi, Lisa. Are you back?
Yeah, I'll just show you inside in a minute. I'll just let this staff person move. There's a cash machine. Got cash machine.
Lisa, we're still talking, Lisa. Lisa popped back on.
Where's she gone?
I know, so her bubble keeps going in and out. I think she must have lost signal earlier when she popped off.
She said she was on low battery. Yeah, but what a
shame.
Oh,
I didn't catch that, yeah.
She said she'd only got a bit of battery left, but what's a shame what I've missed here is they used to have a nice cafe. And they've got rid of it now. That's the cafe. It's all gone. Rest in peace,
I know.
cafe.
Don't you miss that? I know,
But the thing is, when I've been on this long walk now, I used to go in there and have like a hot bowl of soup or a cappuccino, and now it's all closed.
Yeah, you bet.
We may as well just enjoy this sunset for a few more minutes before it goes.
Yeah. We're getting close to being we're being close to having a stay-at-home order again too, Jace. No, it hasn't happened yet, but I bet it's going to happen here pretty quick.
Oh right, yeah. Because I'll just say what we are going through is basically it's basically just the 30 days of November, like a sort of lockdown. I've shown you how busy it is. Basically all that's sort of closed is like, you know, clothes shops, hairdressers, nail bars.
Yeah.
You know,
we're about to go on lockdown again too.
Anywhere where there's groups of people, you know, or close contact with people.
Yep,
you know,
exactly.
But I say,
we order our groceries and go pick it up anyways. But
I just thought,
we're getting close.
I'll stand inside this greenhouse because it's keeping me away from the wind, isn't it?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'm in the home where the trolleys live. You know.
Yeah, go sit in the trolley.
Let's just enjoy the sunset for a few minutes before it goes. We may as well anyway.
I like that name, trolley. That's more fun to say than.
I mean, obviously your cart. Well, the thing is, when you, see how it doesn't even translate to the internet. You call it your cart, don't you? We'd still say a basket online. We still call it a basket. You know, put it in your basket. We don't say cart. You say cart. And we say basket. Yeah,
we do say basket sometimes, but we don't say trolley. But I like trolley. That's more fun.
Yeah. This lady's wondering why I'm doing. One of the members of staff collecting all the trolleys up. I wonder who I'm talking to.
Someone's asking you, what is the name of the posh grocery store chain in the UK? Someone's asking that. Marco.
Yeah, coming back on. Hold on. Just let Angel back in. Well, Sainsbury's is obviously this. When you're on about highbrow, obviously Waitrose and Marks and Spencer's are the most expensive. Sainsbury's is about middle ground, and then Tesco and Asda are the sort of cheapest ones. Tesco and Asda, then you've got Sainsbury's, which is middle ground, and then sort of upper is like Marks and Spencer's and Waitrose.
Yeah.
Which obviously, when you buy stuff from there, you don't come out with much change, you know. It's,
Oh, Keep Dreaming's here. Hi, Keep Dreaming.
Yeah, I think Angel's
Hi,
back.
Darby.
Angel,
Hi, Keep Dreaming.
Angel, I've got a problem. I can't finish the scope. Help! I don't want to finish.
You don't want to finish? You're addicted.
I'm still scoping.
You're addicted to periscope, Jace.
I think I'm addicted. It's hard to finish when there's people. You know, it's like I feel like I just want to keep scoping all day, but I'm just making the most of the sunset over there. Look, so I thought I'm just standing in
you just want to be famous, Jace. That's all it is.
I'm just standing in the house where my trolleys live. Look at my supermarket trolleys. They've got shelter from the rain. Look, my supermarket trolleys live.
Yeah, we have trolleys in Australia as well.
Yeah, they've got a little place where they live to keep them out of the rain.
Keep Dreaming is saying that too. Heck, we're all addicted to Periscope.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I haven't been on Periscope for years. It's just it's this current climate. I just want some human interaction, don't we? That's what it is.
Have you ever seen that Audi advert, the old Audi advert, where the lady's flying on or sort of jumping on the trolley, and she's going really fast, that she's flying around on the trolley?
No, I say with you, I remember last year when the Olympics were on, there was a few. I know we've noticed on our TV. Obviously, you know, when I was on about the supermarkets. Well, what we do now is traditionally we're all waiting for the supermarket Christmas advert to come on. All the names I've just said will all have their own Christmas advert, and it's quite a sort of it's quite a tradition waiting for like the Waitrose advert and the Sainsbury's advert. You know, it's like a big thing that we all wait for. You know, for this super elaborate advert. You know, like if you basically look on YouTube when you finish this.
Yeah, YouTube has a lot of those adverts, don't they?
Yeah, just put on Sainsbury's Christmas advert or Tesco Christmas advert, or there was a brilliant one with Tesco last year where they had the DeLorean, where he was putting the shopping in it and like travelling through time to visit all the different houses he was going to.
Mrs. Vicarages says, "Oh, car park scope, good for lockdown."
There's Paula on.
I love it.
Paula won't be excited. She's British. She won't be excited by this scope. Paula's a nice lady from England, so this is all boring to Paula.
So those cars in the car park, are they the staff people that are in the car park?
I have to tell you, I'm just showing the non-English people the excitement of Sainsbury's car park.
Well, and I'm laughing at all the lines on your parking lot. They're like fancy lines. I love it.
Yeah.
Like a
Mrs.
checkerboard.
Vicar rages. She says Christmas adverts make her cry.
Yeah, there's. I say if you what you want to do is if you go on, just put in all those. Just write down just look up British TV advert, Christmas supermarket adverts. They've just started showing them. Oh, there's a nice sunset. There we go. Ooh.
That's pretty.
I like some adverts, especially funny ones.
I do too, Lisa.
The one that's just dropped a few days ago. If you look it up, is which is the first one? I think it's Waitrose. If you look up Waitrose Christmas advert 2020, that's the first one that's dropped.
Look at the sunshine.
Oh, look at that.
I know, parking lot sunset. I love it. I love it.
I didn't know. Well, normally I go to. What you've got.
Roland says sunset over Sainsbury.
What you've got to understand is this. It's amazing how your periscope. It just starts out as being a half an hour walk, and now it's over 2 hours walk.
You poor guy.
I just thought I'd go get me exercise for 30 minutes, and now I'm still.
Roland says romantic. Parking lot sunset. Yeah, let's break out the bottle of wine, and
I know. I'm just. It's a good tip. I was just laughing about there's somewhere where the supermarket trolleys can go. It's keeping me out of the wind. It's a nice place to stay out of the wind.
Yeah, I bet. That's so funny.
You're getting all strange looks from the staff because they collect all the trolleys. You see. Obviously, what happens is when you've put your food in your car, you put your trolley here. Then the staff take all the trolleys to the main entrance. So.
Oh, that even has sidewalls on it. Is that like plexiglass? Wow.
Yeah, it's proper glass. Yeah.
We don't have that. That's awesome. And we get a lot of snow
glass.
too.
There's little gaps there. The cold can come in. Look, little gaps. Look.
Huh.
With them gaps, but it keeps all.
We need those.
Right. Well, I may as well just keep filming the sunset then.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh my god. Right. What time? What time it is? Oh my goodness. This is going to be a lot. We'll have to all check my replay out, and you will have to make a cup of tea and put your feet up before you start watching it.
Yeah, that's right. Sit by the fire and hunker down, right? Yeah, there's like 356 people that have been in, and you've got like 12 live viewers right now.
Yeah.
But a whole bunch of people have been in.
Well, what usually makes you finish is when you're worried about your data, but I've got loads of data, so I'm just trying to tell about it. So. Yeah,
Lisa, I wonder what happened. Lisa said she dropped out. I'm surprised I haven't dropped off yet.
I can pay about £25 a month and get unlimited data anyway, so the data isn't really an issue because I'm paying £14 a month with a company, but are only giving me 10 gig a month for £14 a month. So for 25.
Alan's asking, where is this in Stoke? Say I went to Keele University, and they say they don't recognize this.
Yes, Keele University. Yeah, we are a big sort of student town. We've got Stoke-on-Trent College, and we've got Keele University, which is spelled K-E-E-L-E. Keele University. That's about 6 miles away. This is Hanley. Yeah. This is the main town of Hanley. Basically, the area is called Stoke-on-Trent, which is 5 towns. But the sort of authority is called Stoke-on-Trent to cover these 5 towns, which are Hanley, Burslem, Tunstall, Fenton, and Longton. And you'll see a few of my scopes. I have done Longton Park. That's a nice. We've all got a lot of Victorian parks in each of those towns. I've got a Victorian park. Some have got water and birds, and some haven't. So if you rewatch me scope, I started in Northwood Park, which is the suburb of where I live, Northwood, which is sort of a few miles away. That's my little Victorian park, and then I walked along the canal, shown to everybody the canal, which goes through the middle of Hanley Park, which is a big park with a lake and everything. And then obviously because I had more viewers come in, I always felt like I was going to end it after half an hour, but it's always depending on how many viewers come on. And then I thought because Lisa came on, I just carried on walking on the canal and showing Lisa all the canal to the end of the canal. And then because Darby, then because you come on. Then I thought I'll start showing you all the way up to Sainsbury's. So I was just going.
Yeah, Roland said 369 live, 369 people live.
Oh, cool! But that shows you've got to do long scopes. You see, to give people time to come in. You see, so
Yeah.
But basically, this shuts at 5 p.m. What time are we on now? It's 20 to 4, and this shuts at 5. So I'll just keep watching the sun for a bit longer, then I'll end the scope, and I'll phone somebody to meet me here, and we'll just do a bit of shopping. And
Roland says it's like Gone with the Wind.
well, I'm glad I found this scoping location. I'll have to come here in the future, but if you watch my replays, what I tried to do is I tried to scope where my local park is, which is called Forest Park, that used to be a coal mine that's been transformed into like a park area and a lake. And what I've been trying to do is feed the birds and get the sunset in the background, which I have achieved. If you see some of me replays,
Oh yeah.
I've got like bird feeding and the sunset in the background. But
Yeah, Lisa's saying you can get your bird seed now. That's what Lisa's saying.
I know that's what Lisa says. I've got to start saying buy me some birdfood.com now instead of buy me a coffee.
Exactly. You need to let us fund you.
Getting through a bag every day. It's quite expensive, you know.
I bet.
It's about £2 for a bag of it, but
where do you buy it from?
It just sells it in normal pet shops. You can get because some people have caged birds like canaries, in cages, and they just do sell called I think it's called trill. It's like sort of food for they sell food for birds that you go in the garden.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then obviously they just say you can feed them, but I try and feed them the proper stuff that floats. It's like pellets that float on the water. And
nobody feeds birds around here. I don't know why.
Yeah,
we have the geese and the ducks.
I've been watching me bird feeding scopes, and you don't really get many people in for that. I mean, perhaps they're bored. I mean, I don't want to do it every day, but I just think it's a nice thing to do. Interact with the wildlife. I love watching it. But, I'm just basically in a bit of a rock and a hard place at the moment because there's loads of places I'd like to drive to, and obviously scope different places. But at the moment, obviously, I'm just trying to repeat the same places. But I get bored, you see, with the same places. So. But obviously, hopefully, this won't be going for much longer. The full lockdown, and obviously,
yeah.
I mean, we are allowed to travel to places for exercise, I mean, basically, in my area, I've got Trentham Gardens. You can Google that. That's a nice place to visit. And there's Westport Lake, and like I said, there's Rudyard Lake. And
Lisa says, any pet shop donate birds to Jace the Who.
Yes.
No doubt.
I'll have to start another account, buymesomebirdseed.com/Jason.
Yeah, I love that.
But if anybody's not watching me, Darby will say I'm a good scoper. I'll give you lots of variety. Give me a follow.
That's right. Absolutely.
And, there's a link in my bio to buy me a coffee to keep me warm in these cold winter months. And
yes.
And make sure you follow me YouTube as well, because I've started uploading all my periscopes to YouTube, so I can watch them in HD and widescreen and on the big telly at home when I go in. Because I have some family members who say, "Have I got to watch it on your phone?" I said yes, until I can find a solution. So I've got a solution now, and I found out how to save the videos. So.
Oh, that's true, because then you can Chromecast it, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm Chromecasting it
that makes
TV
sense.
for my mum to watch, and then she can enjoy it. With obviously she can't walk the places I walk, so she enjoys watching my periscope. She'll enjoy this one when we get in.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the problem is, what's going to confuse people is when I save this video and I put it on YouTube, right? They won't hear your voice; they'll just hear me talking to myself.
Right.
That's the
I know.
problem.
I feel like that sometimes too.
So I'm warning people: if you watch the replay on YouTube, you won't hear Darby's voice or anybody who calls in. There'll be no hearts. There'll be no comments. It'll just be the raw video of me talking to myself.
Nicole says, "Beautiful sunset." I agree, Nicole.
But what Nicole's got to understand is this isn't planned. This is British weather. I haven't planned a sunset at all. I just went on a walk 2.5 hours ago. I thought I'll go along the canal, I'll go through the park, and if anybody comes on, they'll come on. And now I've ended up at Sainsbury's. The sun's decided to come out, so this is really helping me. The trolleys have got like a little home for them to go, because I can be out of the wind while I'm talking, so you shouldn't have no wind noise. Let's just get that sign.
If you ever want me to jump back down, just tell me, Jace. I'm just having fun, but I can always jump back down if you want.
Yeah, I'm just trying to ignore what people must think I'm doing, standing here pointing my camera at the scaffold for half an hour.
So funny.
I'm trying to get away from
parking lot scope. We could write a song about that, Jace.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away
parking
from
lot. We'll call it Parking Lot Sunset. That'll be the name of our song.
Yeah, let's carry on enjoying that. It won't last much longer, will it? Time are we on? Well, technically, can you ask your Google what time the sun sets in the UK?
Yeah, here. Hey Google, what time is sunset in Stoke-on-Trent?
In Stoke-on-Trent today, sunset is at 4:13 p.m.
4:13.
4:13. Yeah, so that's what I mean, really. You've got to be sort of like that's half an hour before it sets. So, I mean, really, that's setting, isn't it? That's setting. If I waited till 1:15, it'd be dark, wouldn't it? So you've got to really be
Yeah.
here about half an hour before the time says.
Yeah, I've figured that out with scoping too. You got to get, especially with our mountains, because the mountains block it a lot sooner than sunset. So it's really hard to figure out when the best time to scope it is here.
Yeah. Let's just see how long my scope's been on for. Oh, we are 2.5 hours. Right.
I hope it's not windy tonight because I really want to periscope the light show tonight. I think that'll be fun.
But I'll tell you, they probably won't moan at me. I'll just stand inside the reception just by the door. I'll just see if they tell me off. I'll just go inside the little foyer area, away from the wind.
Nicole says, does not look like that in Wales. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, I just feel a bit nervous to go in with my phone. It feels a bit nerve-wracking, all the security shout at me.
Lisa, you're up super late. It was late earlier when you were on. Now it's super late. I'm so impressed. I'm not a late night person.
Yeah, I'll just show you through the glass anyway. There's the security man. I've got to be careful. I'll just zoom on inside. Yeah, there's a little bit of the shop. Yeah. Let's see what we can see. There's the full trolleys. It's just a bit nerve-wracking trying and go in. You don't want. I don't want to get banned.
Nicole's asking. Yeah, Nicole, I'm in USA. I'm in Colorado, right along the mountains. I'm pretty close to Denver, Nicole. I'm about 50 miles north of Denver. Thanks for asking.
See if I can find a better shot where I can see the sun better. Oh, wow, look at that now. See, what annoys me, Darby, in the UK is when you look at the forecast, it says rain all day. I wish it'd say there'll be a sunset, though, at 4 o'clock. And then you need like a periscope forecast, don't you? That's what we need.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I may as well stay here and film the sunset a bit more then. It's come back.
Yeah, that afterglow is beautiful.
But if you look at the replay, I sent you a link on YouTube. That's the best one, where my sky was just orange and maroon, and it was all sorts of colours. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit of fatigue now. 2.5 hours scoping. This is my new record. So I know people have done a 24-hour. I know people have done 24-hour scopes about 6 months ago. I think somebody, Abby, who's a British person, she did a 24-hour scope non-stop. So good to hear.
Oh my gosh.
But I hope what I basically want to do is I want to try and do longer scopes because I want to try and get one of those badges. You get the bronze, silver and gold badges, and that helps people to find your videos, you see. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look at some of the scopers that have got a lot of followers, they have like a little gold, it's either bronze, silver or gold badge at the side of the face on the profile picture. And that's where I think it makes you better at people finding you. Some of the OG scopers, they've got like the gold badges and that. And I think it helps with people finding your videos. I think that's the problem with me. I've got trying. I'm basically doing lots of good content, and perhaps, obviously, basically you're just in a big long list of people scoping, aren't you? You might be at the bottom. So I don't know. Obviously, I think when you get that gold or silver or bronze badge, I think that increases how people can find you. I mean, I do put a lot of tags.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I do a lot of tags, but I do them after I finish the video instead of before. So, but obviously this scope was just having a walk. Obviously, I didn't want to keep stopping and starting it for different reasons.
Right, Lisa. Lisa's like, Jace wants a gold badge.
Well, a bronze one will do. I mean, a bronze one will do. I'm not. I'd like. I just want I mean, you can submit to Twitter, you see. You can. Let me just put my glove on. My hand's getting cold now. Hang on. I'll just be a bit shaky while I'm putting my glove on.
You need to go get your tea. Go get some tea.
But that's another funny. Hang on. I'm slurring my words now. That's another funny thing. What British people say.
Right, Lisa?
Right. Everybody says you have your breakfast, don't you? So your lunch is what you have at like midday, is it? You call it lunch.
Yeah.
And then what do you have about 6 p.m. at night? Is that your dinner?
Yeah. Or supper. We say supper or dinner.
Yeah. Well, British, with the way, I mean, obviously, there's different, around the country, there's obviously different
Yeah.
different parts of the country probably say different words, but I'll always say breakfast, or if I want something at like lunchtime, I sometimes say dinner time. Because at school, you used to call it dinner time. I think that's where it comes from. If you're at school, you'd say it's dinner time, you know, for have your lunch. They call it dinner
Oh,
time.
interesting.
That's what I've always been known as, you know. And then when you
Yeah.
have something at 6 p.m., I know some people say, I say tea, you know, like a cup of tea, TEA. I'll always say, what you're having for your tea, you know. I mean, I don't say lunch.
Lisa says you should get a gold badge for swimming in the canal.
I know I'll have to put some, what is it, some goose fat all over myself and swim down the canal and see if that helps.
No doubt.
You've got to try and do something unique, you know. I thought, well, in my area, you know, in my area, there's not a lot of people who are scoping. There's a couple of people who scope, but I know we're getting a little bit of a clique of people who do the nature and the outdoors, and but obviously I'm just doing my best where I live. You know, I don't live by the sea, so I can't show you the sea. You know, I can show
Oh
you the
yeah, me
canals, and
too.
I can't show you the sea. I'd like to show. I'll tell you what I'm going to look out for is while I'm driving round, if I see any, you might see a few late scopes from me. If when it's dark, you know, after 4 p.m., 5 p.m. If I see any houses that put a lot of Christmas decorations up, because we do have a few around
Yes.
here who do it. There's a few houses that do it for charity, where they'll sort of cover the house a bit like
Yeah.
a bit like my favourite Christmas film, which is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which is my
Yes, I
favourite
love that.
Christmas film. I love that. Where
I
it
want to
covers the
scope
house,
that
you know.
too because we have some neighborhoods. We have some neighborhoods around that, like the whole neighborhood will kind of get into it. So I'm thinking the same thing, Jace. It'd be fun to drive around and scope some of those as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a good spot now. It's going down. Let me just go in this other. Let me go in this other corral. I mean, they call them a corral, I think, don't they? For I've lost it behind the trees now. I bet they wonder
You
what
should
I'm
go
doing.
back and scope sometime. Remember the other day when I was on, you were that canoeing club. That was cool.
Yeah. I'd like. Well, that was. I mean, obviously, where I've been today hasn't been new to me. The camera will just shake while I'm just putting the other glove on. Hang on. Oh. But I'm glad it hasn't glitched because it got frustrated when I was trying to do long scopes, and I had to keep restarting them and saying take 2, take 3. You know.
Right.
This has been okay.
November is the new December. I love it, Lisa.
Yeah, that looks nice there. The silhouette of those trees. That's a nice shot there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great sunset. Good afterglow.
But when you do yours, do you sort of see the nice sunset before you go out, or does it happen sort of out the blue, like? Because obviously this is in the UK. This is you can't plan a sunset in the UK. It just happens, you know.
Right. I usually about, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock. If it looks like it's going to be nice outside, then I'll plan to go down and do sunset. Because usually it'll still be nice out. You know, if I check on it about 2 or 3 and then go down about 4 or whatever.
Yeah, but I say I just wish there wasn't. I wish I could just walk in the shop with this scoping thing. It's just show you doing my shopping, but it's a bit difficult, you know. But I'll work on it. I will show you around the shop eventually. But obviously, I don't want. This is my local store, and I don't want to get banned, you know. So, got to be careful with filming inside public place. You know, I know that technically if it's the law or not, I don't know. But I mean, I was going to film in my local shopping centre, but you know, when you've got those type of things, they want you to have written permission. You know, if you're filming inside. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll say anything. Ever tried or not? Surely you can just say I'm just FaceTime my friend in America, and they can't stop you
Yeah,
doing that.
I think you probably could. Yeah, and then I just
Yeah.
try not to like point it right at people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
I
suppose,
get it. It's a bit awkward though. I get it.
yeah, obviously, yeah. I mean, obviously, I know some people scope, and you never see anybody else on the scopes. I don't know if it's the time they're doing it or not, but they're always very quiet. But that's where I'm always
Yeah.
conscious of trying to do it where there's no people. Obviously, I don't want film people if I can help it. But
Yeah.
But this is helping keep out of the wind anyway now. I've just put my gloves on, my hands were getting a bit numb.
See, you have really good sunsets because of your clouds, because the afterglow. Sometimes here the sky is so clear, which is nice, but then the sunset isn't as pretty because we don't have all the clouds always like you do.
That's what I'm finding. With us always having layers of clouds, you always get this like where the sun setting, like sort of lights all the clouds up, all fancy colours, don't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Reflecting off the sun.
Yeah, and most of the time here, it's either so cloudy that you can't have a sunset, or it's no clouds, and that's still pretty, but it's not as pretty as with the clouds.
Right. But I just
especially when you're trying to scope it, it's so bright.
Yeah, I just wish I say it with you being. I'm just trying to think. What would you, off the top of your head, if I went in this shop with British food? I'm just trying to think. Is there anything that you'd say like, "What's that?" You know, it's something you. I mean, there isn't going to be much, is there? I'm trying to think of what's traditionally British, really. I mean, I know we have black pudding. You've heard black pudding, haven't you? That's made with pig's blood. You know, like a sausage that's made with. We do have something called black pudding.
That.
It's like a black sausage, and when you slice it, it's made with pig's blood.
Yeah, it does not sound good, but never say never. Do you like it?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. You get your iron anyway because it's got all the blood in it. It's quite salty.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
And the only other thing is like haggis, which is a Scottish thing, like a haggis, which is obviously
I've heard of that. I've never had that.
Yeah, that's like all the offal. You know, they call it offal, which is all the heart and the lungs and the brain and all the stuff that isn't traditionally eaten is all mushed up into like a pig's stomach or a lamb's stomach, whatever. It's like all the stuff you normally throw away gets boiled up and then you serve it, you know. So.
Yeah, Lisa, that does not sound good to me either. The black sauce or the blood sausage. Yeah.
Is there any
but
comments?
Never say never.
Sorry if I'm missing any comments. I've just got my gloves on now, and Darby's in charge of the comments. Hang on. It says I've got 83 comments. I've missed 83 comments. Hang on. Oh. But
I know I'm trying to think of stuff here that's different too.
Yeah,
I wonder, like your canned goods, maybe what you have in canned goods. I think you call them tins, but we call them canned goods.
Yeah, I've noticed we do have a few stores that sell like all the strange flavors of Kit Kat. I know because you can get a lot of not. I mean, it's traditionally a chocolate Kit Kat, and I think you have Kit Kat, don't you? You know the Kit Kats.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's a few stores that have started selling like, I don't know if they're importing them from America or from Japan. But there's obviously a lot of stores that sell traditional British sweets and chocolate, and I know there's ones that have American sweets and chocolates. But we are starting to see a lot of your stuff coming over. I've noticed all that Hershey's chocolates all started to come over.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because we always used to be Cadbury's, didn't we? You know, like Rowntree's and Cadbury's. And
yeah, I like Cadbury's.
A lot of that Hershey stuff is coming, and I'm trying to think what's traditional American stuff.
Lisa has Kit Kats too. Kit Kats are good.
I've noticed Twinkies. I think they've appeared. I remember them from Die Hard. Remember the Twinkies? I thought, what's a Twinkie? Remember they were in Die Hard when that policeman bought some from a shop? I thought, what's a Twinkie? And what'll make you laugh is, you know Adam Sandler when he had that film, the golf film. What's that golf film? Happy Gilmore. You know Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, Happy Gilmore.
That golf film. Or when he was in that and he mentioned Subway, I didn't know what a Subway was then. We didn't have them around here.
Yeah.
And I thought,
I have a Subway. I could walk to a Subway. It's like just down the street, actually, from where I live.
If I walk up that street there, if I walked up that street 5 minutes up there, there's a Subway up there. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do. If it's best to walk home or just meet somebody here, that's what I'm trying to decide now. If just to meet somebody here or just carry on walking home. And then obviously, if I'd have walked home, because I don't need any food, really, I could have shown you like the. What shall I do? Shall I just keep scoping until I get home? That'll be about another 20 minutes. I'll scope all the way home.
Sure, whatever you want.
If you want to stay on, obviously it's up to you. If you want to stay on, I'll may as well walk up to the town now. I'll walk up to the town. I'll show you the town while you. Because obviously, if you don't mind, keep watching. Yeah, I'll just keep filming. And then I'll just see if I get a warning from saying, "What are you using all this data for? What are you doing with all your data?" I'm on live.
Yeah, we'll go with you.
Come on, then.
Lisa's saying that the Hershey bar, she said she finds too strong for her. Yeah, Lisa, do you like?
Well,
See, I like dark chocolate
yeah,
versus milk
I can never,
chocolate. I'm a
I can
dark
never.
chocolate person.
Oh yeah, look at that sky there. Cool. Whee, that's look at the
Ooh, that's
sky
beautiful.
walking. Uh,
Lisa, yeah, you need coffee, Lisa, to stay up. It's
yeah,
so late.
I can never understand what that's called there. It says Genting Casino. What does that mean?
Huh,
Genting. Oh, there's a buzz.
huh.
I mean, I wouldn't keep scoping this if you weren't in, but I thought, well, while you're here, you can see all the quirks of a British town, can't you? So,
Thanks.
oh dear. Now, I don't know if you have all these in your, where you're not supposed to park, see those lines? Now,
Yeah.
what we traditionally have is where you shouldn't park is they're called double yellow lines, right? And we have yellow lines. You'll probably see them in my scopes.
Yeah,
And
see, our
basically,
double line, we
we have
don't have
yellow
the red
lines, yeah.
lines.
But basically, before we had these, right, the only place you used to see red lines was in London. When I used to watch videos
Huh,
in London, and basically what it's called is, it's like a no parking, no park, because if you park, we'll tow you away. Like, it's like a clear way to
right.
keep. Don't want any traffic.
Yeah, we don't have, like, if it's a no parking, there's just signs that say no parking. And then our double lines would be yellow, and that means you can't change lanes. Like, but our double lines would be in the middle of the road. So, like, if it's double yellow, you can't pass, is what I mean. You
Yeah,
can't pass anybody.
yeah.
If
Well,
they're
so if you just
dotted,
keep it,
if it's a dotted line, you can pass.
yeah, if you just keep an eye on comments, because I'm finding it hard to see the comments now. So if
Yeah,
you
you
see any
bet.
comments, just let me know what they say. I was just going to say, oh yeah, somebody's Formula One in here. Oh, God. I think he's
Yeah,
going
Lisa
faster
likes
than
the
speed.
milk chocolate ones.
Yeah, but we've got when I said there's a Tesco, another supermarket, you'll see it over here. I'll just point over to it.
I've heard of Tesco. My mom and
Yeah, it's
dad
got
have been over there, and they talk about
yeah.
Tesco.
There's Tesco over there. That's the Tesco there. Look, that's the car park for Tesco. I don't want to try and
Gotcha.
zoom in. I've got my gloves on. I don't want to keep zooming in.
Lisa says we travel on the left and you both travel on the right. But you travel on the left too, though, don't you, Jace?
Yeah, we drive on the left. Yeah, and
Yeah,
the left side of the road, and the steering wheel's on the right side. Yeah.
yeah. Lisa
Oh,
says that she does too.
I'm just going to.
There's no way I could drive over there and do that in an opposite lane. I would
No, I
cause
mean,
massive
yeah,
chaos.
here's your car. Look what's on the car park.
Yay! Mini
Yay,
Coopers.
Mini. But tell you, if you look at this hotel here, see this. This is like a traditional old British hotel. This has been over 100 years. This has been here, and
Beautiful
basically,
building.
in a nutshell, basically what we used to do in the UK was used to have lots of railway lines and lots of stations, and in the 60s they closed a lot of them because they weren't making money. And basically, we used
Oh,
to
is
have
that
a
right?
family. We used to have so basically every town used to have a railway station, and this used to be it here, there, and
Oh, yeah.
every town basically had a railway station, and they took a lot of them away um, to save money. But obviously, some of the walks I can go on is where they took the railway track up and they turned them into cycle lanes, and you can walk and cycle. But
Oh, yeah.
obviously you can see all the hotels are closed. All the hotels are
Yeah,
closed.
that's
So,
sad.
yeah, somebody with a fast car's coming past again. I may as well just go home. Yeah, it isn't worth staying at the wheel. Somebody's at the finish.
We'll walk you home.
Yes, I just thought I may as well. Because I thought I'd had a phone call off somebody, you see, but I would rather finish the scope there and done some shopping, but I don't need any. It's just so close to me home. It's only about a quarter of an hour walk, you see, so it's just a habit to buy shopping every day. It just gets a habit. You think, I don't need any food, it's just
Yeah.
a habit. I'll just try not get run
When I
over.
used to live in a house, I would do a big grocery run. But now that I live in an apartment, I go more
Yeah,
often just because I hate carrying in all the groceries
yeah.
from the parking lot,
Across the road. Look, I've got to remember to show you all the stuff we take for granted. Look, that's why we have to press the button and then wait for the green
Yep.
van. Wait, cross with care. They are. That's how you cross the road. I've got to remember you on where you're watching from, and I can show you all these. I'm trying to. I've shown all this before. I think there's a lot of things I've shown.
Lisa's giving us virtual coffee. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, if everybody enjoys my scopes, please follow the link in my bio to buymeacoffee.com/Jason, who it does keep me warm in these winter months. I just
Do you have crosswalks? Some of our crosswalks actually talk to you.
You know what I was just going to ask you? Would you just say the one thing I want to ask you is, when I nearly got run over yesterday in Stone?
Yes.
A comment come up underneath and said you were jaywalking, and that isn't a crime in England. That's no such thing as that. I know it is in America, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. It's not really enforced very well, though. I mean,
but basically, what
especially
your
in a smaller town like this, I mean, they don't really enforce it that much.
Try our delicious peri chicken.
Lisa's saying these boots are made for walking. That old song. These boots are made for walking.
Yeah,
awesome, Lisa.
Saying, I think what it is in America is you have to cross at specific places, don't you? And we don't have a law for that.
Yeah, you're supposed to go down to the crosswalk. Exactly.
Yeah. That's what we have.
And over here, yeah.
Yeah, we have Uber Eats. What, shop them outside? Yay!
There's Subway.
Something we have in common. Subway.
Yay!
Yay, Subway.
I always get the Italian sub, and I get it toasted.
Yeah, I suppose that's really doing well now. All that home delivery, all that where people are delivering food must be doing well at the moment. Absolutely. Yeah, I say I'll just. I'm just trying to think. Which way shall I go? Obviously, you've got to excuse a few of there's obviously a lot of empty buildings, like most towns. We're getting a lot of places are closing down, and that's a nice old Victorian building. That one there, that's our local newspaper. Used to be in there, called the Evening Sentinel. That's our local paper's old building.
Yeah, that looks like an old building. That's neat.
Yeah, I'll just do the walking, and then if you want to point anything out. I mean, we've got loads of these convenience stores. I mean, that's one thing we don't have. You have is it like a 7-Eleven? These are a bit like our 7-Elevens, where they sell everything.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One that's open from 7 till 11, and they sell everything.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, they sell cake. They sell alcohol and cigarettes and drinks and food and crisps and snacks and all that type of thing. Loads of different things.
Yeah, that looks like our 7-Elevens or Come and Goes.
Yeah, it's a bit like a 7-Eleven. Yeah, they just open all day and they sell everything. Obviously, you'll see it it's obviously Sunday today, isn't it? So there won't be anything open apart from the convenience stores. Just the convenience stores.
Hey, Lisa, what are your convenience stores called?
But you know how you have you'll say a 7-Eleven and it's like a chain. Where these are all independent. Yeah. There's another one. Look, there's loads of them in Hanley. I've got about a dozen of them.
Okay.
They do
so they're just independently ran. Nice.
Yeah, they're independently run because they tend to not be sort of British people. They tend to be like the Asians or the Pakistanis. They're sort of not the sort of English people. They're obviously because a lot of the sort of people who've come and settle here obviously all start their own businesses. Oh. Lisa
says they have 7-Elevens there too. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll just show you this.
Or IGA,
This is part of an art installation where it's here for a few weeks. So I don't want to be around the town too long because you get a lot of undesirables now this time of day. So I'll just show you this little art installation. It's basically people submitted their art, and then these are the award-winning ones.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one.
That's another one there. Yeah, because I think this is going to be a 3-hour scope by the time we finish. So hopefully it'll process all right.
Monster scope.
That'll be a monster scope, this one. Because obviously it's a bit like your town. Obviously after dark, you don't know what things are going to come out. So I'll try and get over it. I'll just give you a little
Yeah,
overview.
especially our downtown area, you have to be a
this
little
is,
bit careful.
now near me, this is the best picture I'm going to show you. You know when I said near me is the Peak District? Somebody's took a photo at the highest point. And I'm just going to show you the picture now. That's
Oh, cool.
That's about 10 miles away from me. See where he's standing?
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's about 10 miles away. I can tell you about 10 miles. Obviously, my town is somewhere over here. So we're over here somewhere, and this is in the countryside. Look, I'd like to scope on top. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's like in the Peak District. I'm trying to think which way best to go now. You don't want really scope when it's going dark, and there's a lot of sort of all the what happens when it goes dark, don't you?
Yes.
All the nighttime people come out. But,
exactly. Be careful.
I know. I'm on Periscope. I'm invincible, aren't we?
That's right. That's what we feel like.
Yeah, I say I just want to just try and go where there's nobody walking, see, so you don't feel so stupid. There's a shoeropody. That's a shoe shop. I say I'll start losing some light soon anyway, so I'll make my way home. But, that's a British bank, HSBC. That's that one. I've shown around here before. I think that's a traditional footwear shop, Brassington Brothers. That's been there over 100 years. That's
oh wow.
There's lots of old buildings. But, let's just have a look. This is my town square. You can see how quiet it is on a Sunday. There's nobody about.
Lisa says Spud Shed is 24/7.
Yeah. Do you have spud you like? We used to have one of those, like a chain of baked potatoes. Spud you like?
No. It sounds good though.
I know. I used to enjoy it, and then it closed. That's where we buy houses from. That's one of our estate agents from around here, John B. Butters. Actually, you can look that up. You can get a look at the house prices where I live. That's our local estate agent, Butters. John B. Butters, if you want to look up some of the nice houses around here for sale, if you want to come and move.
Huh.
We'll go if you look Butters up, you'll be able to see some houses for sale. What else have we got? There's that's an old market. That's our old meat market. That's been there about 300 years, that old building. Is the reception still okay?
Yeah, it's a little bit choppy, but it's okay. It's not pixelated. It's just like it's like the frames are slow.
Yeah, it should pick up. Well, it'll vary because I'm doing a lot of traveling, aren't I? So
yeah, but I mean, it's still the is still sharp. It's like choppy is all. That's okay.
Yeah, it's probably my phone overheating. There's another shop you recognise.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you recognise that shop.
KFC, yay!
KFC. Let's see if it's open for pickup. I think it's open for home delivery.
I always get their extra crispy, and then I like their coleslaw.
Yeah, you can go in. Yeah, just take away.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Hanley. There you are. There's a nice neon sign. That's my town. Yeah, that's the. The people just keep going in and out. Those with the bags. Where they're doing home delivery.
Oh yeah. Like the DoorDash stuff.
Yeah, like Uber Eats. Yeah, yours is called DoorDash. Yeah, that's a weird one. But,
yeah. DoorDash or Hub Grub.
Yeah, there's Marks and Spencer's. That's a high up. When that's it. When I showed you the food place yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That's Marks and Spencer's there. That's their full size store where they sell clothes and everything.
Oh, okay.
Because when you saw me in Stone, that was just food. That's their big department store. This is a big store. Cool. This is our Poundland. See how big it is. Like your Dollar Tree. This is our pound store. Everything's a pound. Show you through while the glass is up.
Lisa's saying she doesn't eat KFC or McDonald's. She says she shops online. Yeah,
Which
Lisa, we do a lot of ordering from the grocery store and just do pickup.
yeah,
But we did have
there's the
KFC delivered
oatcakes,
the other day.
Staffordshire oatcake sensation. There you go. Let's
Oh,
check
there it
this.
is. Okay.
Yeah, he's here. Look, I don't know if he's got a website. That's him. He serves oatcakes. Look. There's
And you
an
said
oat.
it's like a
It's
breakfast kind
there.
of a
Look.
thing?
Yeah, it's there. Look. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
it's always, as you can see there. It's always served with sausage, egg, or bacon. You know, there's one with cheese on. There you go. Yeah, it's basically like a savoury pancake. You know, it's not like you know, you have Shrove Tuesday and you have pancakes. And then you put lemon
right.
juice and sugar on. With those, you basically just buy them and then put cheese and bacon and roll them over. You know, roll them.
Yum. Sounds good.
I mean, that's a British institution. That name there, that's called Greg's. If you want to look them up for more information, they just do sandwiches and pies and cakes. This is my shopping centre there, Into Potteries. You can see that.
Into Potteries.
Yeah, that's my shopping centre. Oh, it's still
See,
open.
there's those wiggly lines on the road again that I always see. The wiggly lines.
Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, that does look
You
good.
like
You're making me
wiggly lines?
hungry.
Oh, wait, you wiggly. Oh, right, those. Yeah, what those
Yeah,
are.
on the street. Like, what
Yeah,
are
you know what
those?
those are? No, I'll tell you what those are. Is when you've got the pedestrian crossing, you know, the traffic lights.
Right.
That just means basically don't park on those. It's like obviously so you can cross the road safely. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you just can't park there.
Yeah. It just means no parking because obviously they won't keep good visibility when you're trying to cross the road. You know.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, Costa's still open. I could have a Costa actually. I don't think I've got my mask with me. I said go Costa for a drink. Oh sugar. I was just going to go Costa. I don't think I've got my mask with me. Hang on. Mask. I was just
I
going to
know
go
I
Costa.
forget to take my mask sometimes when I'm out walking because I'm not with anybody. But then if I stop to go shopping afterwards, I'm like, well, crud, now I can't go shopping because I didn't bring my mask.
Yeah.
I finally bought like a bunch of disposable masks and I just leave them in my car now.
Is that have you got Costas or is that a British shop Costas?
Yeah, no, we don't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking now. I don't think I've got my mask. I was just going to order a drink. Oh dear.
Do you have them? Did you find a mask? You do have one?
No, I don't think I've got it with me. Oh no, wait, hang on. Just a second. I'll just put my phone down just for a second. Hang on.
Yeah, you bet.
Let me just get my mask out. I think they're still serving.
There you go.
Hang on. I'll just put you on the bin for a second.
Are you throwing us in the trash, Jace?
Hang on, just a second. Yeah, I've just got my phone going. Just a second. I'll just tell somebody where I am, and then I'll be with you. Hang on,
You're fine.
It's all going there. I can't find my phone. Hang on. Just a second. Just a second. Hello?
Hello?
Hang on. No, leave that one. Hang on. Hang on, Darby. Just a second. Hang on. Let me just put you in the bin. Yeah, let me just put you there.
There you go, Lisa. Use a tissue mask.
No, I know I've got my mask somewhere. Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. Got it. I've got my mask. Let me go see if I can buy a costume.
Yeah, I finally bought some disposable masks just for backups when I forget my cloth mask.
Right. Hang on. I've got my mask on. Hang on.
Oh, good.
Let me just the poly moan. If I go on my camera anyway, I'll just see if I can get a coffee without a mask.
Lisa says, "Get cake too."
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just think where my wallet is. Hang on. I'm all fingers and thumbs.
Lisa, what's your favorite cake, Lisa?
Oh God, I'm just going to. That's where we're getting in. Yeah. I'll just go in, Costa. I'll see you in a second. I'll just keep you. I'll speak to you in a minute. I'll just go.
Yeah, you bet. Cheesecake. Yeah, Lisa, that's good. That's one of my favorites too.
Oh. Can I go, Costa? Yeah, just take away. Yeah, thanks. Right, let's go, Costa. Right, I'll just leave you under my arm while I'm getting served. Give me a second.
You bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York cheesecake.
Can
Yum.
I have a mocha, please? Yes, please. No, thank you. Just that, thanks. Oh, I'm glad you opened. I just been having a good walk. I thought I hope there's some shops open when I got through the town. 2, 3 enough. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Oh, it's just getting a bit cold now. The sun's gone down. Oh. Thank you. Should be okay, thanks, without. I'll just give you a spin around the shop while I'm waiting. Right. That should warm me up a bit. Have a hot drink.
Yes.
Put my stuff away. Got the security wondering what I'm doing. I think talking to myself.
I could have embarrassed you, and I could have started singing while you were ordering.
I know. I think the thing is, if I tell them what I'm doing, they probably just think I'm FaceTiming you. I'll just say I'm FaceTiming my auntie in America. Yeah,
funny.
This is like one of our chains, you know, like Starbucks. We have Starbucks, but we've got Costa Coffee's another one as well. So
it looks nice in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the snowman. They're enjoying the drink there. Oh yeah.
Lisa, don't forget cream with that cake. Cream with cake. That sounds good.
Yeah, you can have cream with it as well. Let's look at the cakes. Not the cakes.
Interesting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they've got the cakes reduced as well. Let's just have a look at the cakes we can have.
I just made 2 loaves of pumpkin bread yesterday. It was really good.
All right, it's got some nice cakes reduced. Right. Let's see what we can get out. Don't push me luck with the security. Right, we're out. Right, here we go. Got me a nice drink.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
We've managed it.
Yeah, Lisa, it turned out pretty good. I wish I would have had chocolate chips to put in it, but it was good without it.
I mean, look at this. Is this worth any shops opening? I mean, there's nobody about, is there? There's just nobody.
Looks like a ghost town. I know.
This is Sunday in my town. I mean, obviously Sundays. I mean, the thing is, ooh, that looks nice. McDonald's are doing a breakfast roll. Can you hear me through the mask?
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, look at that. New breakfast roll, McDonald's. That looks nice.
That looks good. I don't think we have those here.
Because that's what I was just going to say. Just because you have McDonald's doesn't mean the menus are all the same, does it? Sometimes.
Yeah, I don't, and I think they vary. I think they do.
Yeah. Anyway,
Lisa says I should do a cooking scope. Should I do a cooking scope sometime? That could be fun. Maybe I'll do that, Lisa.
Well, Lisa should do cooking scopes, and you should do some as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, we should both do them. That'd be fun.
I don't know if these are just popping up in the UK, but we started seeing these. Look, like a defibrillator. Look, if you have a funny do, you know, it's like locked in there. You have to ring the emergency services, and then they tell you the code to get it out. Like
wow.
Then you get your local information. There's your date and your time.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, they've got a phone. Yeah, they just popped up in the past 6 months. And then
interesting.
Emergency there. Charge your phone up. USB. Charge your phone up.
Oh wow, that's nice.
I don't know who's funding them, but they just started popping up.
That's nice to have a charging station. That's cool.
Did you manage to see a little bit of the Costa coffee? I was trying to do a stealth scope then. I didn't really want the obvious I was filming.
Yeah, no, that was neat inside. That was fun.
Yeah, it's about time go because I say you have all the undesirables if you're here at night time. You know, we'll have a few people begging for money or something. So
Yeah.
try and stay away. Yeah, it's just a shame because obviously it's a nice town, but obviously, you know, every town's got a few empty buildings, and that looks nice. McDonald's drinks, toffee latte, salted caramel latte. McDonald's do them all now, $1.69. This is another one of our little mini marks, you know, a mini market. This one's all lit up. They've got all the, that's well lit up inside. Look, that's another shop.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the, like another 7-Eleven, you know, where they sell everything. I say I'm losing the light now anyway, so I'll just let you walk home with me. I'll have to remember just to finish the scope before I get to my front door, won't I? Get carried away.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
We're walking Jace home.
This is welcome to my house.
Right. Come on in.
What I just wanted to point out is see the shape of the shopping centre. See how it's like an L shape? Because this church is here. This is an abandoned church, right? This is an abandoned church. It's not a church anymore. The building's still here. And what they have to do, because it's what's called grade 2 listed, where they can't knock it down, they have to build the shopping centre around it.
Oh, gotcha.
It's basically what's called.
Lisa's asking, does the UK have pubs on every corner still?
Yeah, years ago, you could say that, but once they stop the, I would like to go in here when it's open. It's basically like an antique emporium. That's all the stuff what they're after.
I bet those churches are neat inside too.
Yeah, it's an antique emporium. They'll buy all that different stuff off you. Yeah. But basically, this used to be...
Yeah, Lisa, I bet those churches are good to convert into homes. That's what Lisa's saying.
Yeah.
I bet so. Yeah, that would be cool.
But, yeah, this church, it's so weird because it's not a church anymore. It's just basically used as like an antique emporium.
Huh.
Yeah. And there's the... basically, that's the shopping centre on the left. And it's like there's an air bridge there, and that's like a big car park on the opposite side of the road.
Oh, like a parking garage? Yeah.
Yeah, like the car park there, yeah. Oh, this is a monster scope, crikey. It's going to be 3 hours by the time I get home.
I was going to say, it's probably about 3 hours, I bet.
Yeah.
I love stained glass windows too, Lisa. They're beautiful, especially when you get the sun shining through.
Yeah, but you'll be able to see. I'm glad. I'll have to start showing you things in the dark because you can see them in the distance now. Where my forest park is, where I used to feed the birds.
Oh yeah.
From that forest park is just a few minutes away. The start of it, but I won't go on to the. I won't go on to where the water is because it's like a forest, and you don't want really be walking through there when it's dark. But
yeah, I bet it's getting cold now that the sun went down.
Yeah, the sun's gone down. You can feel that's why my left hand's warm because it's around my drink. So.
Right, that's right. It's always the camera hand, isn't it?
Yeah, I just need what I have to do is get like a hot drink and stick my tripod in the drink. So my tripod is like a hot Costa coffee. You know?
Yes. Hey, Lisa's saying that you've had 417 viewers now. That's awesome.
Yeah. What I'll have to do is I'll have to get this Costa coffee cup. I'll have to rig something up and sort of glue my phone to the lid and have a hot drink in it. So
Exactly.
So my camera tripod is like a hot drink, you know. My phone's attached.
Exactly. That's hilarious.
I'll have to try and jerry rig something together. I say that's like the what do you call it? It's like a little ring road around the outside of the town there. That's the ring road. Here's some accommodation blocks. What would you call these in America? You know, like tower blocks where people live. These are like tower blocks.
Oh, like apartment complexes, I bet.
Yeah.
But that's the equivalent, yeah.
Yeah, like these tall buildings with single person flats.
I made these, I don't know if you know what rice bags are. Like you make you sew bags and you put rice in them, and then you can microwave them so that they're nice and hot.
Oh right,
I
yeah,
made
we
these.
did. We did. Yeah, I've seen some
I
stuff.
made these. I made little tiny ones that I put inside my gloves. So before I'd go walk, I would microwave them for 20 seconds and put them inside my gloves, and that's great. But then I moved into an apartment, and I can't find them anywhere, so I need to make more.
Yeah, I think that you can buy those. Yeah, you can buy things that you can put in the microwave and then they can warm them up. You know, like it. That's totally what they are. Yeah, the sun still hasn't set yet over there. Cracky, it's still in the sky. Well, that's weird. See, is obviously if you look over there, you've still got a lot of daylight. You see, because that's where it's setting. And then
Right.
this is the start of Forest Park. And
Lisa.
I'm glad you've seen this in the dark because you've seen these lights come on.
Oh yeah,
These
it always
lights,
looks nice.
this tree. See this tree?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they change all different colours. These lights, they're like all strobe lights that come on. I'll have a sip of my drink now.
Yeah, Lisa's saying that we could invent a tray for the phone and drink holder and food tray while walking. I love it. A walking tray.
Yeah, I don't know what the need of these lights are, but they all change colour. But the only thing I wanted to show you when I said this park used to be a coal mine. Just got some loud traffic now.
Oh yeah, there's the
You
wheel.
can see the wheel. Look, this used to be the coal mine. This is the wheel they've kept.
Yeah, I recognize the wheel. That's fun.
It's been here since 1969. This has, when they started closing it and change it into a park. Obviously, it's a bit too dark to go through there now. I'll probably get attacked or robbed or something. So I'll stay on the main.
Yeah, it
road
looks
now.
like the start of a. It looks like the start of a bad fairy tale. Walking through there at night.
Yeah, but you have to think when. Obviously, my mum's always lived here. And obviously all these trees have grown up. I mean, there used to be no trees. Obviously, all planted about 40 years ago. You know. So.
Oh yeah.
Right. Let me just think. Yeah. Any more questions? I think there's nothing much exciting to show you. If they've got any more questions. Just a busy road.
You definitely got a lot of fresh air today, didn't you, Jace?
I know. I think I've got my steps now. I'll have to look on my phone and see how many steps I've done. But with me holding my phone, probably I don't know if it's logged your steps because I'm not walking. You know.
Right.
I'll have to look on my. I mean, my record. My record for doing a walk. I did a charity walk once a long time ago. And I think it was about 26 miles walk.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like 26 miles across, countryside, and I think that was about.
Yeah.
I mean, I started in the dark, and I finished in the dark, and I think it was about 40,000 steps. I think I did that day.
I bet. That's crazy.
But I'll feel a bit dark because all the street lights haven't come on yet. Anyway, so I'll just show you the sky. Just get my breath back. Oh, it takes your breath when you're talking and walking.
Yeah.
That's the sky. Still hasn't set yet.
Julian is asking you Julian says, isn't the UK in lockdown, and are you in Wales? That's what Julian's asking you.
Yeah, that's something. Well, people who don't live in the UK, what you've got to understand is, I know we sound like United Kingdom, but Scotland have their rules, Wales have their rules, and England have their rules, and Northern Ireland have their rules. So while this is going on, it's all over the place. Every area is obviously doing their own thing, if you know what I mean. You know, we're not all united on the same rules.
Yeah, we're the same here.
It's like it's a bit like your states are all different. You know, your states have all got different restrictions. You know.
Yeah, even between cities here, it can be different. Yeah.
Well, what they're trying in this country, I don't know if I try not to watch the news, but I've heard a few little tidbits. What they're trying to do is the town of Liverpool. What they're trying to do is mass vaccinate everybody. Well, obviously, they can't make people, but that's what the plan is, to try and mass vaccinate and test, really. I mean, first test. I think what they're trying to do is get somewhere where the figures are high and try and mass test everybody and then obviously mass vaccinate everybody. I suppose that's all they can do, you know, and just see what happens.
Hey, Peregrine Took is saying hi to you, Jace.
Who's that? Parker?
The username is Peregrine Took.
Oh, Peregrine Took. Hello, Peregrine Took. Hello. Darby's just in charge of reading me messages because I'm in widescreen and they just go past the screen too quick. And when you've got somebody calling in, you've got like about half an inch where the comments go up, so you miss them quite quickly.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I say if it was still light, I could have took you to that piece of water where I feed the birds, but we've just missed the sunset now, so yeah, I'm just winging it, as an American expression. I'm just winging it now. I was just giving. I've gone from a half an hour walk. I'm glad you've come on.
3 hours later.
Unless you have any interaction, I wouldn't just keep doing this for 3 hours with nobody ringing in. You want the interaction, so.
Right.
It's a lot better. But,
are you getting close to home?
Yeah, it's about 5 minutes away. Yeah, I'll just end it.
Yeah.
I'll just find somewhere just to chill a minute and finish my drink off. This is my local fruit shop. They sell walkers. It's like a farm shop and a florist. Give them some business. There's a number. Don't give them any crank calls.
Yeah.
That's probably what everybody does. Oh, all the lights have come on. Yay. See how the lights
there you go.
Yeah, they just turned all. See how the sunset's over there? I have a lovely sunset from where I live. It's a lot lighter over there. Oh yeah, you can look at the website. There we go. Walkers Farm Shop and Florist.co.uk. You can look that up. Give them some business. Yeah, it's like I don't live in a big city. You see, I've just shown you through my town, but it's only a little town. It's not like Manchester or Birmingham or London. It's not a massive town. It's just like it's like a medium-sized town. It's not like a village where the canal boats.
You're welcome, Peregrine.
Yeah, where the canal boats are is like a little village. There's about 12 shops. Obviously, we're a good town because we've got a shopping centre. And because a lot of towns haven't got a shopping centre, so we're good for that. And that's basically what the draw is for our town. Is we have a clothing outlet called Primark. The clothing is very cheap, and that's what people mainly come for because it's called Primark, and it's very cheap clothing, and that's what draws everybody.
Gotcha.
Basically, a lot of the cheap clothing. There's my local Chinese takeaway. You can see that. Good fortune.
I wonder what's the population of your town ish. I wonder if we're close to the same because it kind of looks similar to my, my town.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I've come on the main road where I am to all the traffic noise. Population, I bet about. I think about I'd say about 250,000. I'd say about 250,000, something like that.
Okay, we're small because my town's about 80,000, so we're a lot smaller than you.
But the thing is, what gets me confused is, you see, because I call myself Stoke-on-Trent, which is 5 towns, and obviously 5 towns, it could be 250,000 people, but
oh, gotcha.
it's just lots of little towns basically, like I said on the replay, Stoke-on-Trent is just basically 5 little towns, which become Stoke-on-Trent, which is that river you saw yesterday, the Trent. That was the River Trent. But about 100
Lisa.
Years ago,
Lisa's talking about they have Kmart and Big W as cheaper stores. Our Kmart's just all closed, but now she's saying Target closed there, but our Targets are still open here, Lisa.
Yeah. While I'm just drinking my drink, I'll just go around the corner. I'll just go up a few other streets up here, just while I'm finishing my drink off. And this is basically another little park, but I don't know what you can see in the light now. When you said, I think you said a bit earlier, when you said they're selling pubs off and making them into accommodation, that's what that is there. That used to be a pub where you could have a drink, and that's like all flats now. They made it into accommodation. That used to be a well-known pub there, and that's been made into accommodation on that corner there.
Gotcha.
This is what I want to see in your town. See, Lisa, I want Lisa to do these type of scopes, and Darby do these type of scopes, so you can see all your local area,
Yeah, I do need to. I'll do that. I'll need to scope my downtown. For sure.
But I think people who aren't in lockdown are thinking like, why are you outside? As if we all can't leave the house,
Right.
That's up to us. You're allowed to exercise. But when the lockdown first started, they didn't want you to travel. I mean, it is a lot. It is a lot less lenient now because they wanted you to the first lockdown. They wanted you to walk for your exercise where you live, in your local vicinity. But now they're not saying that you can't travel to
Right.
exercise locations.
Exactly.
The problem is,
Mad Max says, hello from Belfast. Mad Max 900. Welcome in.
hello, Mad Max 900 from Belfast. Yeah, you'll hear me a bit out of breath because once you go away from our town centre, it's all up bank, you see. If I walk from my house to the town, it's all down bank and it's up bank.
That's a huge hill. Oh my gosh.
I know, look at this hill I'm walking up. I know it's a bit morbid what I'm showing you, but look what I'm walking past. This is a funeral director's. But look at this nice car they've got outside. This is a wedding car and funeral business. Look at this car they're showing off in the light.
Oh, that's cool.
Just let me get my breath back. I'm out of shape.
That's a big hill, especially at the end of your end of your walk.
Well, it's so strange on Periscope. I haven't walked up this street since I used to go to school. My school's at the end of this road. This is where I've always lived. It's like a place I've always lived, this area.
Right.
But obviously the location will come up on my map anyway. This is called Birch's Head. This is Birch's Head Road. It's bringing back memories. I used to come down here a lot. This used to be my walk to school along this road. I'm just finding, we'll just go along this. I'm just finding a road where it's on the flat. I was just going to show you another Chinese, but I think it's closed down now. This used to be me.
Riverboy 15. Riverboy 15 says, "Hey, you are doing better than here on South Coast England. It's chucking it down with rain and windy."
Yeah, I think all the weather's moved to the south now. It was. This used to be my favourite Chinese, but I think it's gone bump now. That's it. Garden house. I think it's gone bump. Closed off further notice. Yeah, that's that one gone. Right, we're on the flat now. I can get my breath back.
That's huge.
Right, can you still see any reception? It's getting a bit dark now.
Yeah, no, it's really clear. Like I said, it's just a little choppy, like the frames are slow,
Yeah.
but it's totally fine. It's not that bad.
Where I live, you see, these are called terraced houses. See how they're all joined together?
Yeah.
Terraced houses. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 6 houses joined together. See, just that little.
Gotcha.
Called terraced houses. And you can see how old they are because they've still got chimneys on the top. Like when they used to have coal fires, they've still got the chimneys on the roof.
Hi, Riverboy. And you call them terraced houses? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, they're called terraced because they're just in a row.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Places like Manchester, Birmingham. I don't know if it's everywhere, but the northwest of England, so to Manchester, Birmingham, Liverpool, Stoke-on-Trent, you'll find a lot of terraced houses. They're like Victorian houses from about 100 years ago. But obviously what they did was, obviously they used to have all the slum clearances, didn't they, about 100 years ago. Knocked all the slums down, and then obviously they started building all these houses about 120 years old. Just the turn of the century.
Marco's asking you, Jace, if you've ever been to Sunderland?
The which way?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sunderland? Marco wants to know if you've been to Sunderland.
Sunderland. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I might not be pronouncing it right.
Yeah. Right, that was a crazy scope, wasn't it? Oh.
That was fun. That was a monster one.
I've just seen something here. I don't know what you call that. That's like what do you call? We call them a skip. When you hire a big metal thing to put all your rubbish in.
Oh, a dumpster. Yeah, we call them dumpsters.
Yeah, where they go on the back of a truck, like a skip. They're called a skip, aren't they? Well, we call them a skip. Right. Yeah, my hand's getting a bit numb now. Time to go in.
I bet it is.
Some of it's still coming across. This is what you have to do when you fight in the daylight. That's a school, I think. That's still a current school. I think that's a Catholic school, I think.
Oh.
a Catholic school. So this is what you see around here. It's all terraced houses. That looks like a church. That's the old school. My neighbourhood is, I mean, basically I don't live in a terraced house. I live in ones where I live. All the terraced houses were knocked down. A lot of them were knocked down, and they built new estates. But what I thought I'd do, I don't think I'll find any here, but I was just hoping if I go down a few of these streets, I'm trying to find a house what's got a lot of Christmas lights up, but I haven't seen one yet. I'll have to find out.
Yeah, a little early for here too.
Yeah, there's some people who put a lot of Christmas lights up.
Is that right after Thanksgiving, which is the 26th, then we'll start getting lights.
There you go, somebody's got them up there.
That's funny. Riverboy says, over here we call them skips, what you dump stuff in. Dumpsters, good name, Darby. I never thought about that. You do dump it, so calling them dumpsters makes sense.
Yeah, well, I think the technical word is a skip because it says skip hire. You know, the companies will call it. The companies will say hire a skip. You know.
Yeah, I just never thought about that with dumpster. That's probably that makes some sense.
There's my local garage. MOTs, servicing, repairs, welding, clutches, brakes, starters, diagnostics. That's a little garage. This is my old school. This is a school.
Nice.
I was just going to walk around the back streets just to see if there's any houses lit up. But there's a cat or a cat. Yeah, I think the scope's at its time now. I think I've run out of things to show you.
Yeah, Lisa says it's getting dark. Get home, Lisa says.
This is I said you can see in the distance how I live on a hill, and where I live in a hill, you can see on the distance all the street lights.
Oh wow! Yeah,
like Christmas lights. It's basically one thing I haven't got to worry about is where I live. It'll never flood because I'm like at the top of a hill.
Absolutely.
So where I live, obviously I'm at the top of a hill. So if I walk to the town centre,
if it floods there, we're in trouble.
Yes, yeah, we are. I think we'll need an ark. I'll have to start building an ark.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you can see how like everywhere around my house it starts getting downbanked. You know, I'm like on the top of a hill.
Yeah. And Riverboy says that's a long walk. Yes, yeah. Riverboy's been walking forever.
I know. I've been walking for however long the scope's on for. Over 3 hours now. But I thought,
oh my gosh!
I just thought, screw it. I'll just keep walking and see what happens with my data. It's only I never know how often. I usually don't scope more than 10. Yesterday was only about. I think it's usually. There's Tesco. Home delivery Tesco. There we go. The truck's out delivering food. The Tesco.
Oh yeah.
Home delivery. Yeah. That's the home delivery truck. But I say this area. I don't think we usually have a lot of houses that put fairy lights up. You know, it's like a few miles away where they go to town with the fairy lights. I don't think there'll be anybody. Oh no, there's one place near me. I know where it is because my mum told me about it. Yeah, I'll just finish up on that house. Obviously, try and be discreet. Looks like I'm periscoping in the house. I've just realised where there is one down here. It'll be another 5 minutes, and I'll have to finish before my hand goes numb. That coffee's just took away the cold a little bit, anyway.
I do too, Riverboy. Riverboy loves these walking scopes all around the world because we learn a lot. Is what he says.
All I think is when I'm walking and talking to an American, I bet they wonder what I'm doing. You know, obviously they don't realise it's a periscope. It's just like you can just see your FaceTiming, can't you?
It's fun. Lisa, it was fun having you on here too, Lisa. When we were talking earlier, the three of us, that was fun.
Yeah, you know when I said there was a lot of those old terraced houses that got knocked down, and then the local authority, the council, come in and built a lot of new houses. These are obviously this street here is an example. You can see this would have been terraced houses all the way along here, but they knocked a lot of them down and then built new estates of these are bungalows, these are single-story houses. Yeah, it's
fun to see the houses there.
It's a bit. I know it's the thing is, every year I've lived, I've never been rushing for the daylight, you know, until now. Now you're rushing for the daylight now. But,
Oh, I know.
we'll just rush for the daylight.
Yeah, it gets so dark
Just,
so early.
Yeah, just been another 5 minutes. I said that was my mum ringing me a bit ago. You know, I was trying to buy me coffee. That was my mum wondering where I am. I said I was just going out for a half an hour walk.
Where did he go?
Where's he gone?
Exactly.
Don't worry anyway. So I don't know. We'll just go up here. I don't know how it will come across on the phone anyway. But, we'll just go this way round. That's the local chip shop. But I've noticed
One thing I've noticed is different is your streets are a lot narrower than our streets are.
Yeah. You see, I'm walking in the middle of the road now. Look, because this is like a cul-de-sac. Can you see all the parked cars?
Yeah. Doesn't look like there'd be any room to drive down the center or both ways.
Well, this is what you really need. I should have just picked a way where there's no traffic, because a lot of our roads around here, so they call them a rat run. You know what I mean? If people use them as shortcuts, so what they do is they put bollards at one end of the road, so you don't get a lot of people cutting through the side roads. You know, where people live. So,
Riverboy's asking, hey, yeah, Riverboy, it's 10 a.m. here in Colorado where I'm at. We're on mountain time.
Yeah, can you see that church? It's hard to make out, but that's a very old church. That's my local Holy Trinity Church.
Oh, yeah, you can see the silhouette of the steeple. That's cool.
That's a very old church. But what I said about terrace houses, as you can see, this is a street where they haven't knocked them down. You see, they go all the way up the top. All this street is just terraced houses all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you the difference.
And more hills.
Yes. Can you see the hill going up now?
Yes.
I get me
You must be in good shape.
I get me cardio anyway. Oh yeah, the church is all lit up at the back. Yeah, that's better. They've got a spotlight. There we go. You see the back of the church lit up. Yeah. They've got a spotlight there, look. Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
There we go. I'm just walking backwards, try and avoid all the dog poop.
Yeah, exactly.
Everywhere. That's better. That's a nice shot. I'll just keep going backwards so I can get it all in. Keep going.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, I didn't know that was lit up at night before. Right.
Oh, gotcha, Riverboy.
Yeah, I should have said this was like I don't know how people can do a 24-hour scope. I think this is long enough. It has been achieved.
It's been fun.
I know it's been achieved by somebody, but I thought, well, what the heck? I've got loads of data, so we'll just do a crazy long one and see what happens.
Why not? Yeah. Well, thanks. It's been fun.
We'll just go to that house where I know there's lights on it, because when I use the bathroom in my house, I think, what's that blue glow coming through the window? And I think it's this house up the street. There's a house up the street from me that's got loads of neon stuff on their house.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll just finish up on that. What you're looking out for is bright green. Just tell me when you can see bright green, and that's the house we're going to. Can you see
Lisa says, run, Forrest, run.
I'm out of breath walking. I'm not fit enough. Oh, that's what I did in lockdown, you see. I started doing 10,000 steps. I thought,
exactly. You're going to be in great shape.
But the problem is, I think I'm just counteracting it with all the sort of boredom and the nibbling and snacking and that, so.
Oh, I know. Me too.
Yeah. Can you see I'm getting out of breath. Can you see the house coming up there? It's all lit up, look. Can you see the green?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I can.
We're just trying to go past these houses while lit up. But if you do see me coming on, after, what time are we on now? So we're properly dark now, aren't we? 5 o'clock, we're properly dark. It's 4 to 5 in the UK now. And
yeah.
Just trying to think what side of the road I should be on, so I don't look obvious what I'm doing.
Yeah, because you're 7 hours ahead of me. Yeah.
If you do see me pop on after 5 o'clock, it's because I've found some houses that are lit up. I forgot about these. These two are lit up, look. But you can, when I'm in, let me get my breath back. When I'm in my bathroom.
Hey, Native Indian, hello.
When I'm in my bathroom, I think, what's that glow from outside? And it's these houses, look. Look at these two houses.
Oh, yeah, that's too funny.
Hey. Let me just try and do a stealth scope.
Hiya, Cask.
Can you see it? That's a house. This house is all lit up green. This one.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah. Crikey. I wonder why I was getting a glow from my bathroom. Crikey, it's covered. But you'll get a lot of
That's
those.
hilarious.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of those now this time of year. But that one's got some on. That one's got the. Yeah, I'm like a Scrooge. I am. I don't want to put any up. It's just other people insist on it. I'm like the Grinch. It's all too much trouble putting decorations up. Did you see that T-shirt? I'll have to get that T-shirt from Sainsbury's. It says "'Tis the season to be grumpy." I think, and they got grumpy on the front from the
That's funny.
dwarfs. Ooh,
Somebody's asking you if you are a Stokey.
A Stokey.
K-E. Yeah, that's what they're asking you.
Yeah, technically we're called a Stokey. Yeah, if you live in Stoke.
That's funny.
But I don't know how my accent comes across. You see, when I started speaking to, Americans and Australians, I thought some people do say on comments, "You're talking too fast," or "I can't tell what you're saying," But obviously, you understand the Liverpool accent. There's Liverpool accent. There's Brummie accent from Birmingham. There's a Mancunian if you're from Manchester. There's different accents, but
yeah, for me, I can understand you really well.
What you find, I think I'm probably putting my phone voice on. When you put a phone voice on when you speak to people, I think I'm putting my phone voice on.
Yeah, totally.
But the only thing, I can't understand why we say certain things, like what we'll say. Like, people say, well, British, if you say hello to somebody, what we always say is, we don't know where it comes from, obviously how you pick language up. But what some people don't like it, where we call people duck. The duck, you feed the ducks. We'll say, "Hey up, duck." See, and that's like a Stokey way of speaking,
I love it, a Stokey way of speaking.
If I say, hey up, duck to you, that just means hello, dear, But that's what we always say. That's what we say.
Riverboy is asking me, so Riverboy, right now it's 37 degrees Fahrenheit where I'm at right now. But it's really sunny out.
Yeah, you can see some more terraced houses. I don't know if they'll come across, but we're surrounded by terraced houses. Yeah, I've got to finish this scope, Ant. I feel like I'm just going to walk through my front door in a minute and keep filming. I better finish it before I get home.
So funny. Yeah, you need to go. Your mom's probably worried. No, you need to go. You should go eat.
Right. I'll just finish on this corner shop. This is my my local convenience shop. That's my local store. Okay, Darby. Thanks
Lisa,
for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been fun. I'll talk to you soon.
That's because I've got my spare battery on, so I've just kept scoping too long because I've got my spare battery. So
yeah, maybe I'll see you on the scope I do this evening. It might be too late there though, but if not, you have to watch the replay. If it's not windy, I'll do the winter lights. So
yeah, I'll try to look out for some more houses with the lights on, and then I'll do a little scope if I find more houses with the lights on them.
Great. Okay, well, bye. Bye, Lisa. Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Thanks for watching me Megascope. Thank you. I'll go in the house now and have a sit down now. I've been walking for 3.5 hours, so. Thanks, Darby. Thanks, Angel. Thanks, anybody who hasn't followed me. Give me a follow. Follow me on YouTube. And hopefully I'll be able to get this up on YouTube a bit later so you can enjoy watching it on YouTube in HD. Okay, so see you, Darby. Stay safe, everybody. See you on the next one.